Hold on.
No, we're live, dude.
Dang
we're
it.
live. Yeah, we're live, sir.
What's up, cuties out
Put
there?
your clothes back on, dude.
I'm taking my shirt off for all of you.
Put your shirt back on, dude. They gotta pay premium prices for that, dude. What are you even talking about?
You gotta play only derps.
They got only derps. Only derps. Oh man, dude. It's been a slow, long week. Actually, no, it's kind of felt like it's been a fast week, but it's just slow. Like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's really been happening.
January, dude. I mean.
Yeah, January. Brand new year. New year, new me. Red panties.
Back at McDonald's again. New
Got that 20-piece McNuggets and fries, dude.
They got a 40-piece now.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, they got a 40-piece.
40-piece, you're nuts, dude. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Sunday night. You're here with the Average Boys podcast. It's your boy Crispy, and I'm joined here by my boy Derpy. Derpy, what is up, my dude?
Hi.
Corbin Dallas, my man.
Corbin Dallas.
And then we got Triggs. Triggs is in the hot seat right now. He had to go to the little man's room, but he'll be back shortly.
He had to go back.
Just want to say thank you for everybody who's going to jump in and hang out with us today. Derpy was mentioned this earlier that it's kind of been a slow week, and I agree. There hasn't really been much going on. I know there's some stuff in comic books. We had probably one of the coolest things that happened and I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. We've talked about it on the show, but right now in comic books, DC, my boy Turpy understands this.
Yes, sir.
DC is doing a comic book line called KO right now.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Are you checking it out? Are you keeping up with it?
I have not checked it out, but I have seen previews and it looks badass.
It's fucking dope, bro. They just did probably one of the okay, so the two biggest things that I've seen happen in this are they brought in and that's because Triggs ain't even here. I don't know if he has his headset connected, but he'll probably hear this in a bit. They brought in Emperor Joker to fight Zatanna and Constantine, which that's like if you guys know DC and comics and you know who the Emperor Joker is, then you guys know that's fucking wild, dude.
That's insane.
Yeah. And then the last thing that happened, I don't want to say how it happened, but Superman and Shazam.
No, get rid of it.
Or Shazam gave Superman the power of Shazam. And so we had a Captain Marvel Superman. It was probably one of the dopest things I've ever seen in DC comic books in a very, very, very long time. But yeah.
Nuts.
Are you watching the fucking game right now, dude?
I am watching the game.
You fucking silly dude. So right now, if you guys shout out to the Answers and the Answers podcast, our adjacent podcast that Derpy shares on.
Yes, sir.
That's such a Brian move, bro.
Such a Brian move.
Shout out to the Answers crew and everybody on the podcast over there. Thank you guys for jumping in and hanging out with us.
Yes.
And shout out to probably a really, really interesting game. What is it? Philadelphia versus the Texans?
No. New England versus the Texans.
New England Patriots, right?
Oh my goodness, they tied it.
What?
The Bears tied it with 18 seconds left.
Wait, what the fuck game are you watching?
The Rams versus the Bears.
Oh shit! I thought you were watching the Texans.
No, the Texans got ass blasted.
Did they really?
Well, not as bad as ass blasted as the
All right. So what are we looking at right now? What are we looking at right now? You're watching
Bears and Rams.
Who's up? Who's down? Who's touching?
The Bears just scored with 18 seconds left, and Caleb Williams just
he watches all the games
from the 40-yard line.
Fucking Derpy's like Charles Xavier, dude, in the X-Men. He just watches He watches them all.
While getting hit, he just threw it on one leg and casually just threw a dot for a touchdown on the 40-yard line.
Hi, Jeff. What's up, man? Thank you for jumping in.
So
Crazy
Jeff,
touchdown.
yes.
So is that what we're going for? Is who are you going for? The Rams or the
I'm
fucking
going for
Bears?
the Bears.
The Bears?
Yeah, because I have YouTube friends that are Bears.
Did you put money on them?
No, but I might do it on the Super Bowl.
Oh
if they
shit!
go to Super
Are
Bowl.
you a? Let me ask you, Jerks.
I'm not really much of a betting guy.
I was gonna say, are you a gambling man?
No, not really.
Caesar, what's up, man? Thank you for jumping on the podcast.
Caesar.
Man. We're here. We'll be talking some stuff in a little bit, man. So, the Bears, you too, Jeff. You're jumping for the Bears or what? OSU quarterback completely screwed the Texans.
Yes, he did, Mark Malone.
Mr.
Yes,
Malone,
he
good to
did.
see you, my man. Oh man, but was it a good game or did it was just like it was a demolished, dude?
It was just back and forth. I mean, it was back and forth. A lot of turnovers.
Yo, I have to ask
Here and
this
there.
since we got some sports critics in the comment section. We got a couple of the answers jumping in, right? Tomorrow, or actually next week, we have the UFC fight, and I have to ask because Derpy just asked this: Patty the Batty versus Justin Gagey. Who are you all going for? I have my stake that Patty the Batty's going to take it. I think that Patty's going to take it. And then nothing against Justin Gagey. Justin Gagey's a G, right?
No, yeah, that'll be a Patty. That'll
Yeah,
be a
but
Patty
I
win.
think Patty
man
is. I
for
think
sure.
he's always under. I think he's slept on a lot. A lot of people don't know that this guy's a really tough motherfucker, man.
Trigger.
Like, and he's skilled, man. He's explosive.
Trigger.
What do you guys think in the comment section? Who do you think's gonna take it, Patty, or are you gonna think Justin Gagey? Turpy, what about you, bro? Who do you think's got it?
Patty sounds.
You think Patty the Batty?
cool- Yeah, Patty the Batty sounds like a badass name. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
he's a
with Patty
dope.
the Batty.
He's a dope motherfucker, man. He always shows up. That guy likes to eat on the off season and fucking make weight like a G, man. And he's an animal, and that takes a fuckload of dedication, man.
Yeah, dude, the discipline to be able to do something like that is ridiculous, and the fact
They're
that
going
this guy
overtime.
does it like religiously. I mean, one
Religiously,
is
yeah,
like
dude.
not awesome
Right.
for the body, but
Mhm.
like two, he has like the discipline enough to like be able to like
To do it all the
to
time.
do that and maintain it like during camp.
You know that guy can suffer.
Yeah.
So it's if it's toughness that you want to stake.
What
your
does he
life
always
onto
say
that
about him?
fight.
He's like, "Oh, I'm a scouser or whatever." And
Uh-huh.
he was like, "Yeah, we don't get knocked out."
Yeah, he's a fucking animal, man. So I think Patty's gonna take that fight. There's a couple other fights that are pretty good. I want to see
Another thing that I really like is just, he just doesn't take himself seriously.
dude on that he's talking about you, Triggs. That you look like Edward the N-word. Holy shit, that's such a crazy fucking
I
stage
don't know
name,
what that
dude.
means.
Yeah, dude, that's such a
I don't know
crazy
what that
stage
means.
name. Who's that Derpy? Who's Edward the N-word? Well, I mean, of course we know what the N-word is, but like, is the N-word like his actual fucking screen name, or is the term?
Is that one of your fucking people there, Derpy?
Yeah. Those guys are.
might be a new
most
guy.
of them are gonna
It's
come
been-
through on the Yansers.
No, that might be a new
the
guy.
Yansers podcast. So yeah, dude. Alex is just laughing. It's like, holy fuck, I don't even know what that means, man.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck
But
But yeah,
that means.
so Derpy hooks us up on
That might be a
the
new guy.
Answers podcast. That's where we get a lot of the jump up on people and stuff like that come in. Most of them are sports guys. They usually talk sports, but we get a couple of stragglers that like to come in and talk nerd talk. So yeah.
What nerd talk? Every time like his people come on, it's like literally dick jokes and fucking weird kids who like
No
have,
football. It's all
like,
football.
like who probably
those-
like never like have barely see their wieners.
No, it's all pod. It's all bear
That's
guys,
what
dude. It's
Mark-
all football guys.
That's mostly Mark with the dick jokes.
He's just like, oh no, I just
Yeah,
said it.
literally just proves my point.
One person.
Yeah. But it's usually sports guys, and then today's usually a games day. So most of them are on around this time watching the football games and stuff.
That's valid out.
Triggs, how's your week, man?
Good man. Whatchamacallit, this upcoming week is gonna be school for me, so gonna be going back.
Oh,
Nice, bro. Where you at?
Yeah, I start on Tuesday.
Sweet. Where you at or what?
SEC, continuing my degree.
Good shit, man. Good shit. Excellent, man. That's fucking great news. Great news. Anything else going on or no?
Not really, dude. Just honestly, just uh working on my other podcast, and then just getting some stuff together. This upcoming week is my 5-year wedding anniversary. So
Oh, nice.
on
Congrats.
Wednesday, on Wednesday, I'll be going out, hanging out with the lady.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Or time him out.
Alex, the man, speaking bad things.
I might
Trying to be
time him
funny.
out. You want to time him out?
I could. No, I mean,
You can time him out for a couple minutes.
yeah.
Learn.
Time to go into timeout, Alex.
He needs
Aw.
There you go. Timed out.
Oh well.
Yeah. Alrighty, brother. So again, Triggs, when you were out, I made a comment talking about probably one of the best comic lines that are going out right now. In fucking
DCKO, yeah. I had my
Dude,
headset
please.
on. I was actually commenting, like, yes, I am up on it. Supposedly they're gonna be like introducing some some character. Like, I don't know, like how accurate
That's
this
true.
is.
It's true. Homelander.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's straight, dude. I'll bring up the picture.
Yeah,
So that way you at least know
it was
what's up.
no Homelander versus Superman, and I
Mhm.
forget,
Homelander.
and Red Sonja versus Wonder Woman.
Yep. There's gonna be a whole fucking setup of them coming in from like Mortal Kombat, like because there's gonna be some Mortal Kombat characters also.
Yeah, I heard that
No way.
like that there's gonna be like a blend of like Mortal Kombat and
There you
stuff
go.
like that. Yeah.
Fucking Isabel, dude, up top on the right. Red Sonja, Sub-Zero.
Boo-Boo
Was
Bear.
it Vampirella?
Yeah, Vampirella, a fucking Homelander, dude. I can't wait to see him fight fucking Superman.
Yeah, dude.
That,
Well, I
that
mean,
to me is G,
to be
dude.
honest, dude, but that's gonna be like a low diff for Soups, dude.
The bear's gonna fight Lex Luthor, and there's already some like
It's Pedal Bear.
there's already like pictures and shit. Of
Yeah,
Lex Luthor getting his fucking shit pushed in.
but who's Vampirella gonna fight?
Wonder Woman.
No, Red Sonja's fighting Wonder Woman.
Well, look, it's there's this cover right here. Watch entire screen. I'll just show my entire screen. So they have this Sabrina the Teenage Witch in the back.
What the fuck?
There's Homelander and Superman already. fucking
Homelander?
banging.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, that fight should be like a no diff for Soups, though.
But you
I agree.
have to remember what's going on in the comics is that every time that they put these characters to fight each other, it equals them out. It
Not
equals out their
always.
powers. dude.
Like
We'll
they
get to
do get
that,
to choose their
Hunter.
forms, though. Like it doesn't always necessarily go with like equality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No way.
Bro,
No way.
it's been so fucking good so far.
They got him.
It's been so stupid good so far.
Like
You guys
so
haven't-
far, I think my favorite fight so far, and like I and like nothing against this character, but like I usually get really fussy with this character, is Superman. But dude, his fight with Captain Atom, A1, dude,
Oh,
steak
yeah.
sauce.
Yeah, mine was
Everyone.
I thought it
dude,
was badass.
steak
Joker
sauce.
versus Red Hood.
Oh, dude, that was a good one. I
Yeah,
love
dude,
like
I
just
was
like
like,
the
fuck.
closure moment though, and like now his like name is like officially
Funny.
like Red Hood.
Hunter Iggy, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Says Chris and Derpy. Did you see James Gunn got a new Sam McCurdy for Man of Tomorrow?
I did not see that, but
Derpy, what
we
is
can look
this?
into it.
Sam McCurdy. The fuck does that even mean?
A trigger.
You got a new one, whatever it is.
1A, 1A, 1A.
First Amendment.
Sam McCurdy, cinematographer.
Okay.
So he'll be coming in for,
Yeah, cinematographer. That's right.
I guess, James Gunn. James Gunn's got him coming in or what?
Yeah,
For Man.
new cinematographer.
Oh, that's pretty good. He's one of the guys that's cinematographer for Shogun.
He
Yep.
was also he also did Peacemaker, Game of Thrones, Shogun.
So legit.
Nah, dude. Homie has some hitters under him.
Yeah. He also did Street Dance 1 and 2. So let's not get too excited.
Shout out the street dance.
Yeah, let's not get too
Hey man,
excited.
everyone has their flops, dude. Even the Russos have their flops, and they have
did them
like
the same.
several multi-billion-dollar like movies under their belt.
He did the Descent, so it's not too crazy.
Yeah, dude. He also did Peacemaker and Shogun and Game of Thrones.
Yeah, yeah.
Three of the highest earning like fucking TV shows of all time. The guy's doing okay.
All time.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh man. Well, that's fucking crazy. Well, good, man. Well, fucking James Gunn bringing him in, man.
Yes, sir.
James Gunn bringing him in. Good shit. All right, boys. So what do we got talking about? So first, let's get to business, right? We have a new Kratos.
Ryan Hurst.
Yeah.
WTF to that though.
Why? What's up, dude?
Well, like I don't necessarily have a problem with it. My thing is just like why him, considering he already voiced someone else in that franchise.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's kind of I just remembered that the other day. I don't even know what clicked it in my head, but I was like, wait a minute, doesn't he do fucking Thor's voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they got like a fat guy to do Thor, and I'm just like, why not just get Ryan Hurst again?
Yeah. I mean, what do you think though? Because I mean, a lot of the times they were trying to get the original voice actor. Was this Chris
Judge?
Chris, yeah. They wanted him to come in, or he was pushing for it for himself, right?
I mean, like I know that he would have wanted like himself to do it,
Of course.
but from like what I hear, like Chris Judge isn't like super against Ryan Hurst doing this, mostly because like they've already worked together like on the series. So like he already knows like what Ryan is capable of. You know, plus like Ryan's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Plus, he's on screen most of the time. If I'm not mistaken, that Chris guy only. I mean,
he was Opie
in
He was Opie, Sons of Anarchy.
No, the Chris guy.
Oh, Chris Judge. Yeah, he was in Stargate.
What is it?
Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate. He was one of the actors, but I think it hasn't gone past that. Right? That's like his best known work, except for God of War.
Yeah.
This guy literally carried an entire franchise, like Sons of Anarchy. Like he literally carried the show as a character. So like acting.
Yeah, he's only ever done just the Stargate series.
Yeah.
But apparently he was also on
Andromeda or something?
No, Batman.
He was in Ant-Man?
No, he was in The Dark Knight Rises. He was
a voice.
No, he was just the background guy.
Oh. Nobody's gonna remember that shit. What the fuck?
Hey man, I still remember Sam Witwer in oh fuck, what's that stupid Jason Statham movie where he has to like shock himself all the time?
Oh, Crank?
Yeah, he's in Crank. He's a background actor.
That's funny. That's funny.
I remember that.
But I think this guy's good, man. I mean, he does very well as the Thor character, right? And they probably did some mocap work for him when he did the Thor character too. So
yeah, no, they all do like
mocap,
like their own mocap and stuff like that. You know, like Chris Judge did his mocap for like for God of War and stuff like that, and like the guy who plays Balder and stuff. You know, and yeah, even Ryan Hurst as Thor. So, I mean, like the translation to all of it, dude. Like, I mean, I think it's going to be pretty nice. Like, you know, I know he's going to want to stay really like very
true to the
faithful.
source.
Yeah, well, faithful to Judge. You know, and like in probably in the way that like he has his mannerisms and stuff like that. But I hope that he doesn't try and like mimic his voice, because that doesn't like always play out very well.
Yeah, because both of them have pretty distinct voices.
Yeah, you know, like they both have like a lower registry. Obviously, Chris is far lower than Ryan's is.
Yeah.
But as far as like voices go, one of the reasons why like I love Henry Cavill as Geralt is because like he tried to be as faithful as the original voice actor was, while still making like him region specific. Like, oh, this is like the way like someone from this area would have sounded like, so let me try and make my voice sound like that while throwing on like the original voice actor. And so like that's how like they got like the Netflix Geralt voice and stuff like that. And it works. I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it worked really good. All right, so let me Hunter Iggy asks a really good question in the comments and says one more thing because I heard about this week also. James Gunn says Mr. Miracle's animated series connected to the DCU. I think it's a long term. Did you guys hear about this?
I did, and I also heard they casted
That
some.
they casted Mr. Miracle?
They casted some key
Oh,
characters.
that's crazy. Who?
Yeah, I've heard that too.
They haven't announced it, but they basically Tom King says he casted Darkseid, Orion, Big Barda, and Mr. Miracle.
That's dope, bro.
I wonder who he's gonna have for Darkseid.
I don't know, man, but it's got to be someone.
Yeah, because we were just talking about that a little while ago too.
Clancy Brown. No, I'm joking.
You know, I'd
Oh
be
my
okay with
goodness.
that.
He threw a pick.
Damn, so they're doing the new gods.
Yeah.
Whoa,
that's
that's
show's
fucking
about.
crazy.
And it's supposed
Yeah,
to be
because they're all
TVMA.
inside the fucking. Oh, Orion is
supposed to be TVMA.
fucking Orion. I love Orion as a character. I think he's so good.
It's supposed to be
That
like
is so good.
something
And
like
Mr.
Creature
Miracle
Man
too is pretty
TV.
badass. But like, man, dude, fucking James Gunn, bro. Mr. Miracle is probably gonna be the dude that played the Weasel or whatever. The polka dot guy, the actor.
Tom King casted him.
Or it's gonna be his fucking brother or whatever. Like he always chooses like the
him.
weirdest people.
Tom King casted him, not James Gunn.
Yeah, dude, he has to keep his fucking family employed.
Yeah, he's gonna hire his dad or whatever.
Yeah, his dad's gonna be the casting
it's super
director.
crazy because like in the animated show of this one, like he's very like petite, small, isn't he?
No, he's got some stock to him.
Does he? Because
Yeah,
I know like in the original series, like he's like a normal size guy. It's just that Barda's fucking.
she's massive.
Yeah, she's fucking awesome. I
Yeah.
love Big Barda.
Yeah, like in comparison to Mr. Miracle, yeah, dude, she's a fucking specimen.
Toss, dude. Yeah. Yeah. It's like this. This is so funny.
Yeah,
Like,
he's the short king. You know?
Yeah, I know that knowing James Gunn, he's gonna choose the guy that was like McLovin.
Dude, honest to God, I don't even know if I would be mad at that. If he got,
dude, you already know it, dude.
Or if he got like an Andrew Schultz kind of like looking,
Like just the
shit.
smallest motherfucking guy that he could find. 5'2", 115
dude,
pounds.
like Michael Cera or some shit like that.
Yeah, you know
dude.
what I mean. It's gonna be dumb, man. So dumb.
I would be so fucking about it. Like if he was like Michael Cera is Mr. Miracle, I would be like, yeah.
And Ray Ripley is big fucking Barda.
Yeah, dude. Ray Ripley is Big Barda. I'd be like,
yeah, fucking let's go.
True to the source. This is what fucking
James Gunn doing it for the fans and shit.
Yeah, dude. Honest to God, like if he gave us fan service like that, I'd be all fucking about it. I would eat that shit up so hard.
What about you, man? Do you think it's a like? Are you excited for a Big Barda, Mr. Miracle kind of like situation?
Yes.
He's like, fuck no.
Oh my goodness. But like, okay, so what part? Like, are you guys okay? James Gunn really hasn't put out enough, and nor has he given us enough to let us know what this whole series. Because like, literally, what was it? Creature Commando. Yeah. Clayface is getting his own movie. Like now, he tells us like all of us. The Trinity is not getting put out there. Like, and now he's like, "Yo, we got a Darkseid, we got a Mr. Miracle, we got a Big Barda. You guys excited?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, dude! Like, you're still telling us Amanda Waller is getting a show, and Peacemaker's got an Infinity Closet that goes into the multiverse. Like, what the?
And
fuck
on top of that, he's trapped in it.
Yeah, what the fuck are we doing, dude? Like, what are we doing? Like the DC universe right now is like, it's got a bunch of cool concepts, but it's like it's kind of like
none of them are executing right now.
Yeah, there's something about it that it's just like it feels a little weird, right?
Yeah.
Like we got more information about Superman 2 like than we have of the whole entire DC landscape.
Dog, we have more information on Batman 2 than we do the DCEU.
But we don't even know what Batman they're gonna go with yet, do we?
Who fucking cares?
Well,
like,
I mean,
dude,
we have
like
Robert Patterson. Like, what the fuck, dude? Are we still doing the Outworld, DC Elseworld? Not connected.
He's not going to be in the DCEU. So,
you don't think so?
I don't think either.
You don't think so? What do you think?
Oh, dude, I will bet you the entire earnings of 1 year that he doesn't make it into the DTU. 100%.
Patterson doesn't
Anyone
become
like
Batman?
anyone can clip that right now. I will bet you my entire
What's
yearly
up, Mike?
earning
Good to see you, brother.
that he does not touch the DCU.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Turby, what do you think of that? Robert Patterson not being the Batman of the DC studios. Batman.
I agree. I agree.
So why even like? That's why fucking this kills me, and you know it does, Triggs.
I know it does,
dude. And for me, like it's just watching you agonize is like now like the funniest part about it because like you should know better.
Like, why do they just keep making these movies if they're not going anywhere with them?
Because there's are things called standalones,
but they haven't even like their entire universe is a standalone. They can't even get it right. They can't even get the whole universe right.
What are you talking about, dude? Penguin wasn't that bad. Penguin was amazing.
But Penguin was part of the Batman part that they're getting right.
Exactly.
And they're just like, no, don't look at that. Look at this. Look at Superman. Hey, folks, look at Clayface.
No,
look at this. over here.
The whole DCEU that James Gunn is doing, dude. I'm literally just letting him fuck up like all of this until like Bob Iger's just like, you know what, you're done.
Or what? Have you heard anything else on the Paramount thing?
That exactly what I said.
You're right when you said it.
You cut it out.
Yeah, your microphone. Oh, no. Like right as soon as right there. Right, don't touch your microphone. Don't touch that goddamn thing.
That exactly what I said in our chat was going to happen happened, which like means I was right.
Which means what? What do you mean?
Our president's an idiot.
Okay, so the last night, like, remember when me and Brian were like arguing like over like what was going to happen, and his entire stance was like, oh, greed is going to win, and I was like, that's not the fucking case. Like, I understand greed is like a very very powerful motivator, but right now, like the fucking board and shareholders do not think that this is like the good fit for. I don't give a fuck if Paramount is watching. I hope they are. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck Paramount. You better pay attention.
Yeah, learn Paramount. And you know what? And they can find my location. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. That he thought that greed was going to win, right? Because like it was a bigger offer, which meant like on like at face value means that it is. No, it means that like they're going to get more money. Well, I was saying that's not the case. They're also getting stock options, which means in the long term they're going to be
they're going to make money back. Yeah, they're going to be earning.
It's not that they're going to be making their money back. They're going to be making more money. It's just going to take longer to make.
Yeah.
Plus, on top of that, Netflix still has the better offer overall because there's still complete autonomy, which means Warner Brothers continues to make money and continues to make money in a soluble way, whereas Paramount wants to buy all of it all at once and leave them with nothing. Not necessarily nothing. They have a whole bunch of cash, but unless they reinvest into like Paramount, Warner Brothers, that's just one big payout that they're gonna get.
Yeah, they have to allocate.
Instead with Netflix, they're going to be getting a whole lot of money up front and then continue to be making money. And a good chunk of it too.
They're like they still get to keep kind of like casual the brand, right?
Okay, now you
get to keep the brand of Netflix or the brand of like WB itself under the window of Netflix, where Paramount wants to like liquidate everything into it being its thing. Right?
Chris, you can ban them.
Yeah. Laters, Alex. There you go.
So because like essentially what's happening is Netflix is going to buy Warner Brothers, but they're going to allow them to keep their autonomy on like the actual like movie making side. So that means that they're still going to get theatrical releases. They're still going to from what I hear, they're still going to allow 13-week like theatrical runs, which is pretty long, like overall. And that yet again means that they're going to still continue to make money, like these shareholders. So that's why, like when he was like, "Oh, the shareholders are going to have like more to say about this." Okay, but if that was the case, then the shareholders would have acted by now.
Yeah, they would have done something by the time that Paramount
But
or
here's
WB was already
also
selling.
like I think this is probably the more important like point of all of this. This is the 7th attempt that Paramount has made towards Warner Brothers and has failed.
Mhm.
Netflix has only done one, which means they still have time to counteroffer all 7 of those attempts.
Yeah.
So yet again, if greed is what we're going by, they can still win it through greed alone by counteroffering.
Oh,
True.
So
Rams win.
like as far as like the whole Paramount thing, like I mean, you basically may as well call it a Netflix win at this point. And now on top of that, Paramount's taking fucking Warner Brothers to court, which was a big reason why Warner Brothers didn't want to fucking partner with them anyway.
In the
They
first
felt,
place.
and I quote, that they were too litigious. Paramount literally proving their point by taking them to court.
And that's because I heard that just the other day, or maybe like yesterday, like Netflix told WB that they're willing to do like the 45-day theatrical releases for their film products. Did you hear about this?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they made a promise
thought
that
it
they
was-
were like that they made a promise that they were like, hey, yo, if you guys have projects and IPs that you still want to release in theaters, like, hey man, if you come with us, we promise we're still gonna give you your 45 days.
Yeah, which
That's
like
nice.
that was always gonna be like that was always a thing. And
Yeah.
like I know like the Ellisons and stuff like that, they're trying to like get like the fucking Saudi money, you
Yeah.
know, and like, oh, I have Saudi backing. Okay. Oh, how is that working out?
Yeah, pretty much.
Where's this Saudi backing?
And again, like this is what I was trying to talk about it the last time, where I was like, Netflix allocates its money because of the fact that it's a growing success. Every quarter or every year, it grows in money. Where Paramount has to get investment from people from out of country.
Actually, Paramount's losing money.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like they needed to borrow money just to allocate the money to make the offer.
And that was also another thing that, and this is why like they have Saudi backing, right?
Yeah.
Is to literally finance 65% of that deal, if not
Yep.
more.
Yep.
But the thing is that another reason why WB refuses to partner right now with Paramount is because even though I make you an offer of like, you know, $700 billion or whatever the fuck, you know,
Mhm.
for this company, if I can't deliver on that, then it doesn't mean anything. And that's what they're afraid of. They're like, okay, but we've seen your books. We don't entirely think that you can come up with all of this.
Yeah.
Like even with the investment like that you're saying that you have. We don't think that like you can actually produce what you're saying, which would also lead to WB having to pay. So if that deal falls through, WB's on the hook for stuff, which I mean would be the obvious a horrible start to like their
new jump, right?
Yeah.
That'd be really bad. Yeah.
What if
it was
TKO buys WC since it's been teamed up with Saudi? I mean, look, if everyone keeps like spouting about the Saudis, and like I totally get it, dude. The Saudi Arabians are like ridiculously rich people.
Mhm.
I understand that. If they wanted to, they could probably just buy, you know, WB outright. But the thing is that that's not happening.
Yeah, not only that, throwing money at it doesn't make it better. It doesn't save a sinking ship. Like if the Saudis come in and grab WB, and WB's in a position where it's been failing also as a studio, like just because they pay the money.
But WB really isn't failing as bad as people think that it is.
Well, it's not doing good. It's probably better than what Paramount's been doing.
Probably.
You know what
I mean, a lot of other people think that this is just a ploy to like towards like investors for WB and like the attempt to save it. They're like, okay, you know what? We don't like the direction of either of these people. You know what? Let's go reinvest in your company and save it. And then WB stays WB.
Yeah, I think it has a better chance with Netflix rather than Paramount, because Paramount is just like in the same situation as WB and maybe going slower, but they're not. The turnaround that they're getting is not financially stabilizing their studios anymore. Where Netflix is on the growth as a place that can consolidate studios. It's like I said before, like sooner or later we're gonna get a Netflix box, and then we're gonna have it at home like Time Warner or Spectrum, where we get like a cable box and we can see anything.
God, I
It,
hope not.
we just
I
literally
genuinely
reinvented
hope not.
cable TV, dude.
Well, the reason, like, honestly, I kind of don't feel like that's gonna happen, mostly because of like the current business model that Netflix kind of flies under, which is staying away from all that. Like, if you have an internet connection, you're fine.
You're good to go. But watch, sooner or later, it's gonna be competing with like the Luna program, right? With the Jeff Bezos Luna, or what is it? The what's that program where you can like watch TV and play video games at the same time? Luna, was that the name of the thing? It was like a control or like a fire stick or something, like a fire stick thing. Is it Luna or Luna? I know that Amazon has one.
Yeah, Amazon Luna, the gaming service.
Yeah. Oops, we lost Derpy. He'll probably be back right now.
Right. No. Yeah. No, I've heard of Amazon Luna.
Yeah. Well, sooner or later, Netflix is going to compete with that because now on Netflix you can play games, but they just need something that's like you can do it by browser, but you can only get away with it for so much. The Luna offers you like a small console, like a Fire Stick with a processor, so you could play Grand Theft Auto, or you could play like right now. I think
but Nvidia has one. Fucking Valve has one.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like sooner or later, Netflix is gonna make a box, a Fire Stick, a USB, so that way you can put it in your television and it can run the games or the mobile games that it has. So that way you don't have to run it off your browser and it take a processing speed.
Yeah,
it's really weird the way it's going.
I know what you mean, but the difference is that Amazon didn't start off as a streaming service. So for cost wise, I don't see them wanting to do that, mostly because it would cost money
more
to give them a service that they already have natively on like millions of TVs.
Yeah. No. Like, and that's the thing. I see it, right? Like, it's like, it doesn't make a lot of sense because we've already had it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I feel Netflix wouldn't go that route. I understand why you would think that. I don't personally think that they would, because
Gatorade,
bro, he's drinking that lean, dog.
Yeah. Straight lean vodka and Gatorade. Dude, I'm just drinking Gatorade, dude. Yeah, I just got a gallon of Gatorade.
Bro, no shit. I do one of these. I do a 24-ounce Owala and like two other like thermos style of these, and I'll do like 4 of each of those like a day.
Yep.
And dude, I just smash water.
Yeah, just drinking it like a gallon a day, right?
Dude, but I also piss like a racehorse now, dude.
Yeah, it's super crazy, man. I always tell people like it's so weird how nowadays we drink so much more water for no reason. It's weird.
Yeah, but, it's like I don't know. I feel like it's like my body like catching up the fact that like I drink so much whiskey that it's just like, dude, you're just gonna rehydrate for the next like 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super crazy because I was just talking about that the other day where Jeff Bezos came out and was talking about how sooner or later he wants it to be where people rent computers and parts for computers that no one owns. It's very weird, and we've talked about this before because I've talked about it.
The computer gaming community heard that and they were like, "Get fucked."
Yeah,
no,
because and I tell people from all the time. Like back in the day, I think mobile gaming and mobile stuff kind of ruined everything, and then Adobe ruined it with the subscriptions-based stuff. Because now companies are going more subscription or rent, no own, subscription rent. Even right now, people don't even realize that they rent their telephones, their cell phones, right? Where like you can get an iPhone 15s or whatever and pay $45 on your bill until you pay it off, and then like 5 months or maybe like a year or two, the next iPhone's coming out, and they're like, well, trade in your other phone and you can get this one, pay the fee, and you can rent that one too. So they're making it to where we just have no more assets that we can liquidate or put into banks for value. It's fucking weird. I think it's fucking crazy, man. I think it's fucking crazy. I don't know. It's just awkward. Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot, dude, but that deals with like inflation and, just like that's a whole other economic topic,
Yeah.
outside of like what you and I are talking about, but I get it. I understand the correlation. My thing is that like Netflix is great at where it is right now. I think its evolution is not in physical media, but it is going to be in theatrical release, which is why like I'm not super opposed to this WB acquisition.
Hmm.
I think that they're doing very well for themselves.
Hmm.
I now like really really hope that like it comes like the deal comes to fruition, once it does finally close and stuff like that, because once it closes, that like then it's like the year-long process of like it like actually like happening and like the
Yeah.
deal like taking place.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that was like another like thing that another like a lot of people weren't entirely realizing, is that it still takes another year for all that to happen
To
before like
happen.
it's a Netflix WB, partner company. And but at the same time, dude, I mean, that's a whole fucking library that we're gonna have on Netflix, which I cannot fucking wait.
I can't wait. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
I was just thinking about that the other day.
Dude,
Where it's like,
Batman animated series.
yep.
That's a
I think
WB project.
Netflix is such a great place for series and stuff like that to kind of like lay its head.
Yeah.
I was never a big fan of like these independent studios like making their own like streaming services, right? Like Paramount and HBO. Like I was like, dude, who the fuck is ever gonna do that? Buying stock, baby. Straight up, dude. Good idea.
Well, Paramount has a huge library themselves, and they have a substantially very, very good library. I mean,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is like the studio that brought you The Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
just all the
like,
stuff that used to be on
enough of this
HBO and
love
stuff like
shot,
that
dude.
back in the day too.
That's like this is like a Scorsese like fucking gold mine for them. It's
Yeah,
Paramount.
not a lot of people remember that HBO used to be like a premium channel when it was on cable because of all the like extended library it had of like masterful movies, like very very high quality movies. So for it to be available on Netflix, I think that'll be so G. That would be so dope. Alrighty, Triggs. Talked about God of War, Kratos, and all that stuff. It'll be on Amazon Prime when it does show. That's really cool because I would hate to see it on anything else. I think Amazon Prime is great. Oh yeah, speaking about Amazon Prime, Fallout Season 2. Are you watching it? You checking it out? What do you think, man?
You shouldn't even have to ask, because you know who my wife is and you know how
Mhm.
she feels about Fallout. With that being said, I love Fallout Season 2. I think that it took a little bit, I'm not going to say it took a little bit longer to cook than Season 1 did, but that first episode was like a little bit lackluster.
Okay.
Season like episode 2 on A1, dude. And this past episode was just fucking gas, bro. I loved it. It was so good.
Are you guys digging like some of the stuff they've been changing around?
They
Like with
haven't
the
changed
Kings.
anything.
Well, like the Kings, they wiped the Kings out real crazy, right?
Yeah,
Turn them into, like,
I mean, like yes, there are changes and stuff like that, but like they're more lore changes than they are changes like to the games itself, because this isn't based on like any one game. These are continuations.
Yeah.
Right. So like the events of New Vegas happened 15 years prior to the TV series. Where Fallout 4 happened 9 years prior.
Mm-hmm.
So like
They have to move
Audrey
some
being
stuff
very
around for it
very
to make sense.
knowledgeable about everything, like she's just like, oh, this is the way like this happened, this is the way this happened. And so it's not necessarily changes, it's more of like, how did things, like what happened in between New Vegas to now and 4 to now? Because
I get that.
in 4, enter like was it Emperor Maxim is still the head of the Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's still the head of the Brotherhood in the show.
In Vegas. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So like this also comes to like, well, then like exactly what ending was like the canon ending?
Mm-hmm.
Was it you siding with the Brotherhood? Was it like you siding with the Railroad? Or like what exactly like were the events that happened in 4 that led to like this new upcoming civil war that's happening
Yeah.
with the Brotherhood? So there's like a lot to like there really is a lot to dissect when it
Mhm.
comes to like the show and stuff like that. And like this is where like Audrey's just having her fucking fun with it, dude. And like I love seeing it happen with her because like she's so passionate about this series. You know, like we would literally fall asleep to like Fallout lore videos,
Mhm.
and that was like her like white noise, and she
Mhm.
would just like retain all of this, dude. It's ridiculous.
Nice.
Like there's like no franchise that's like as special to her except maybe like Skyrim. You know,
Yeah.
that's
Skyrim.
like that hits that hard for her.
Yeah.
You know, and so yeah, dude, Fallout for her is like a huge series for her. So she's like breaking it all down. She's like, oh dude, like how did this happen then? Like why does this look like this? You know, where did the NCR go? Like, oh my god, blah blah blah. And dude, there's so many like she's almost like you, except she's a little bit more like less of a continuity Nazi.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like the craziest thing for me watching the show was like the Death Claw in Alaska.
Yeah,
I was
so
like,
we actually had to dig into that. Like,
yeah,
we
I was
went to
like, that was super like,
forums. Yeah, we went to the forums with that, right? And we were like, how is that possible
Yeah.
with a Death Claw being in Alaska pre-war, right?
yeah, but they were
And
experimental creatures.
yes, so there were experiments from geckos.
Yeah.
From chameleons. Well, their first like the first death claws were made in like 2065,
Mhm.
which was like during the war with the Reds.
Mhm.
So like that could have happened, and they were like, oh, okay, like sure that could have happened, you know, like that, like seeing a death claw and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, because like you don't exactly know like where Cooper is. Like you just know that he's in Alaska, but you don't know like where in Alaska or what he's even doing out in Alaska.
What he's even doing out there, yeah.
Yeah. And so like if a death claw got loose or something like that, and this is what happened.
Yeah. Because I know that a lot of the people that were online talking about it on Reddit were talking about like how did the Death Claw survive if they're like cold blooded? It would have like died in Alaska because they have to be around warm areas. That's why in the game you always see them like in like the radiation pits and all this.
Yeah, dude. Like anywhere there's like high levels of radiation, you're gonna find a death claw, and like you better come correct.
Yeah. I was trying to explain that to Christella because she was watching it, right? And she's like, so what are these things? And I was like, they're the hosts, dude. Like they're the ones you don't fuck with. Like,
dude. Like you better, you walk into there, dude. You better come correct, dude.
Yeah, you gotta fucking bounce, dude. And then I thought it was real crazy when they showed like the strip when the ghoul and the main girl go inside, and all of a sudden like there's like fucking 2 death claws like coming out. I was like, oh fuck, dude. Bro. Yeah, there was like 3, right? So like, yeah, I do like how, because in the game it's always so random when you run into one, except when you run into the Commonwealth one in Fallout 76, I think. Oh, like, you know how you go right into the Commonwealth and then fucking boom, Deathclaw.
Yeah. No, it's right after
everyone comes out.
Yeah, it's right after it's right after you finish the Liberty mission.
Yeah.
And then like you come out and there's a Deathclaw and he starts killing everything, and like you like at that point that's when you're supposed to like hold on to that minigun and you just fucking
it's like a whole like play out, right? It's
whole, like that's like a story. It's like a Nexus moment, dude.
Nexus, it has to happen. It's crazy because like I feel it more in the story where you understand the death claws are like these assets in the war, where like in the games you always feel like they're just like these random like fuck around, find out, wrong area, wrong street. Like you just, you know, you never really like, you run into them very randomly in the world unless you know where to find them.
Yeah, there's a few spots like where they're going to spawn.
Yeah, like in the game they're just beasts, right? They're like the bears you find in fucking PUBG or whatever.
Yeah.
In the show they're making it really feel where they were experiments and they're used as like weapons.
Yeah, like, because that's what they originally were, right? Like
yeah.
that, like true to story, that's what they are. They are weapons, and that's exactly. I mean, they're the super soldiers, right? one of the things, and I'm the one who caught this before Audrey did, was the FEV. Was it like it was like the something enterprise venture that like Morty was talking about with that girl and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
And
the future.
the future endeavor venture, like ventures or something like that.
That's
Right?
a
Or
real
future
crazy
enterprise
storyline.
ventures. And I was like, and so like I remember like pausing it and I was like, Audrey, she's like, what? And I was like, FEV. And she's like, oh, FEV. And I was like, future enterprise, and so like enterprise ventures. And she was like, do you think? And like we finished it, and then like it was like FEV. They were all like, oh, it was a future evolution virus, and I was like, dude, it is that. And she was just like, bro, oh my god. And like, dude, yeah, just watching that like with her, like especially like she pretty much did that all episode last week. I
Yeah, the
was just
Easter eggs
like,
that pop off and stuff.
yeah, dude, like they're so heavy, but like I love that when they come, they have the impact that they're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Like
I think it-
they are impactful Easter eggs that like have gravity over the entire story or build onto the story that, I mean, to be honest, still has quite a bit of mystery on it. You know, because we still don't know definitively who dropped the bombs first.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, true that. And in that last part of the episode with
House.
yeah, Mr. House and the ghoul guy, I forget his name.
Yeah, Cooper.
Cooper. Yeah, that was a interesting kind of
interesting dialogue with that.
Yeah, and then the drinking thing was pretty cool.
I loved that, dude.
Yeah. So good question we got here from Amivile, right? Amivile. Yeah, I said it right. What's a better game, GTA or Fallout?
They both have their audiences, man. I love both of them equally, and I say that because I've put hundreds of hours in both.
Yeah.
And I mean they're just fantastic. You know, they're inherently different, but just still like amazing games. One's made by Rockstar, one's made by Bethesda. Both of them being very, very successful video game companies. You know, Rockstar being the same company that brought you Red Dead, you know, and Red Dead 2. You know, Bethesda bringing you Skyrim, Fallout, Starfields. You know, fucking yeah, dude. So like they're headers, dog, headers. You know, so I mean, it for that one, it's dealer's choice. But like if you're a gamer, man, it's all for it.
Yeah, it's crazy because I know Grand Theft Auto has its mods and its public private servers that are really good for role playing and stuff. But Fallout has had these great updates on like base building and like where you can like build your own like place in the city.
You know, what's the one thing that those two companies have in common? I'll say this right now. They both love dragging along their fucking customers, dude. We're still waiting for GTA 6 and we're still waiting for Fallout 5.
Fallout 5. Paula asks, hey, I have a question for both of you. Do you think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Raven? Keanu Reeves will play a great everything, man.
Yeah, dude. That like guy, I mean, that guy plays a great drug addict. If you've seen like him in like those like All About You or whatever, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. The abuse movies and stuff.
Yeah. And he can still play a great Bill in Bill and Ted.
Yeah. I think 100% he could play a Darth Raven. But it's crazy because I don't. I mean, how much personality do you see from Raven in the series, like Darth from the show? Huh?
Darth Revan? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Darth Revan. Is that the one? That was that from?
That's
Knights of the Republic.
Yeah, that's Knights of the Old Republic 2.
2, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and he was partnered up with the main villain, right?
Yeah, Darth Drea or something like that, or Drea or something like that. Yeah, she was a Sith.
I mean, I think Keanu Reeves would be a great add to Star Wars in general. Like, he would be so cool.
Was it one? Okay, well then
I just remember they were from Knights of the Old Republic, but I just couldn't remember if it was part 1 or 2. But yeah, Keanu Reeves would be amazing in anything. Actually, talking about Star Wars, we could talk about Star Wars if you want, Triggs, unless you want to talk about the Marvel shit.
Oh,
I really
yeah.
don't have much to talk about when it comes to Marvel. What happened to your
Yeah,
camera, man? Triggs, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, what happened? You turned off your camera or what?
No, that happened.
Okay. Let me see the comments real quick. Are you guys ready for Star Wars Starfighter? I really haven't heard much about it, and the Skeleton Crew, I kind of liked and I kind of didn't like at the same time. And other than Andor season 2, if they're going to be following in the same format as that, I would really like to see a. Oh, device not connected. Triggs, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you here?
Yeah, but your camera's off. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, man. Did your phone die or what?
Didn't.
It's showing you're on the Elgato feed.
Yeah. Second.
You have an Elgato camera, dude?
So the software is now discontinued, but the the Elgato sorry, the Epic Cam it still works with Camera Hub and
Mm. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Are you messing around with it or what? Because it keeps cutting you out of the stage.
why I don't know why it's gosh
There you are.
man.
Maybe your camera's dead. Maybe it
No.
died out.
No, I'm looking right at it. Here, I'm coming back in and I'm coming back out. Be right
Okay. All right. Yeah, we're gonna give Tribs a little bit of time, but once scene was filmed by Tom. Wait, so Tom Cruise is gonna be a what is he like a director or something that's gonna be part of the Star Wars Starfighter or what? I didn't know that. What the heck? And Paula says, except the new Spider-Man with Tom Holland, brand new home, no, brand new day. I think it's called. Yeah, it says yeah, Knights of the Republic. But yeah, are you? What did you mean by except the new Spider-Man, Paula? Let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I didn't know that. So let me check out the Star Wars brand new day thing or Star Wars Starfighter. First look. Do they have a trailer for it yet? I don't want to click on anything because I think it's fucking fake. Yeah, Ryan Gosling. No, I don't think so. Still filming. Oh, okay. Yeah, because of course, like, I don't know if you guys get this, but there's so much like slop. Oh, you know what? But there is the IMDb. Let me read it real quick, so that way I can get kind of like understanding of what it is that we're talking about here. In a rebuilding galaxy, a solitary pilot becomes entangled in a crucial mission as new threats emerge. Their journey may alter the future of the Force itself. Interesting. Oh, I didn't even know. And I just see that there's like a picture of Ryan Johnson and the little kid. Yeah, but that's all I know. I don't really know much about the show, man. The cast though, that's crazy. Matt Smith, Amy Adams, Ryan Gosling, Aaron Pierre, badass, dude. Wow. And you're saying that Tom Cruise? Oh yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen a teaser or anything like that. I don't know. There's not any teasers here on the IMDb though. You got to be careful, bro. It might not be. Wow, more like this. Dawn of the Jedi. Crazy. Sweet. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know there was a teaser or anything like that. But yeah, I have to check that out. But yeah, yeah, I'm not really familiar with the Starfighter one. So I know Ryan. Well, I just saw Ryan Gosling and all that stuff. So yeah, we're gonna wait for Trigger to come back. But yeah, Let me see. Yeah, Tom Cruise filmed a lightsaber scene, but no more details than that under wraps. I'm sure. Oh, yeah, especially with all the stuff that's been going on. I don't know if you guys have been watching the news and stuff like that, but apparently, I'll talk about this for a little bit because I have Triggs that'll come back on in a little bit. Kathleen Kennedy has stepped away as the head of Star Wars and has picked up Dave Filoni, which is something we here on the show have talked about for a very long time. We knew that was eventually going to happen. Filoni was going to take over Star Wars. And whoever this Lin-Win Brennan person is, I'm not really sure who that is, but that had to have been a person that was placed there by Kathleen Kennedy to make sure that Ryan Johnson just didn't go full nerd, because Ryan Johnson, not Ryan. Why do I keep saying fucking Ryan Johnson? Oh, but that's the other part. Dave Filoni has been one of, like, I guess, one of the main people in the. What's up, Triggs? Welcome back, bud.
How's it going, man? Yeah, no, I'm gonna look this up with what's going on, but keep talking and I'll answer when I need to.
So I already kind of brought up the idea of the Kathleen Kennedy retiring, Dave Filoni stepping up with Lin-Win Brennan or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know who this Lin-Win chick is. Are you familiar with her or no?
Not overly.
Yeah, because I don't even know who she is. I'll look her up real quick and see if there's any information on IMDb, but I'm guessing off the top of my head that Kathleen Kennedy left her there just so that Dave Filoni doesn't go full 100% Star Wars. Yeah, she was an Iron Man. Oh, actually, that's interesting. She worked for visual effects in Iron Man 1, which means that she worked with Dave Favreau. Which, that's pretty fucking good, actually. Day After Tomorrow, Battleship sucked. Star Trek, the new film.
Hey man, your audio's cutting in and out a whole bunch.
Mine? My audio? Triggs? Hey, there you are. Welcome back, man.
There we go.
Yep. Yeah, I think it may be your computer for now, Triggs. So I am Vile says the movie is set a few years after the Star Wars events of Star Wars Episode 4, Rise of the Skywalker. So actually, 7. What is it? No, not 7. 7. Yeah, 7. Yeah. Triggs, you there?
Yep.
Awesome. Hey, so Triggs, do you have any information, or have you heard about the Star Wars Starfighter movie?
I have not. I don't really care because it looks like we're back on Tatooine or whatever doing pod racing, and that was just.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, cool. If it's a fucking Disney show for kids.
Skeleton Crew? It kind of gives that vibes, right?
And how well did that do?
I thought it was all right, man. I'm not going to hate on it too hard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
brother, you were hating on it like a smidge under Acolyte.
No, actually, I liked it more than Acolyte. Oh, no.
I never said you didn't. I just said, like, you weren't praising it neither.
Yeah, I didn't think it was all that great. I did like the whole, like, Goonies idea, but I just felt like it didn't really give us it was like we're talking about the DC shit. Like, it really wasn't giving us like a definitive landing on what they were trying to do. Like, these kids get taken by a spaceship. Jude Law's there fucking trying to scam over a bunch of kids. Like, there's a robot. There's actual pirates that talk about mutiny and all this other stuff in the Star Wars galaxy. Like, and it's just some shit that we had never experienced in the Star Wars landscape. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand the kids' story and all that stuff. I just don't understand it to the sense of where, like, there's actual murders and shit happening around kids, and they're still supposed to act like it's a fucking Nickelodeon Disney show. You know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah.
fucking people getting fucking wrecked to shit, dude. There's straight up like just murder, and these kids are like whoop 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 whoop. There's little explosions and fucking. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I guess it's kind of like Stranger Things season 1, I guess, in a way. Like, there's shit
dude,
happening,
like,
and these kids.
dude, yeah,
think that it's a
all those,
fucking-
yeah, dude, all those kids are like, what trauma, dude?
yeah. What? They're all trauma bonded. They don't even know it.
Yeah, dude.
It was a little wonky, a little bit crazy, but like, we've been wanting like a pilot show, like a show about like this, you know what I mean, like Star Wars, like, but this is like on the fucking tailspin of Kathleen Kennedy's bullshit, man. That's the
Yeah,
part
this
that's
is probably like
scary.
the last thing that Kathleen was just like, this sounds great.
Yeah.
Do it.
Signs her name on it and been like, all right, guys, I'm out. Bye. I'm gonna let it fail. Bye, guys. I'm gonna fucking. This is this one's gonna be the one that
Yeah,
tells
dude,
us.
honestly, like I kind of hope that Dave, like Mr. Filoni, comes in and just straight guns it, and he's just like, you know what, this person's fired, this person's fired, this person's fired. We're not doing this project anymore. We're not doing this project anymore. We're
There
not
is
doing
a
this
part of
project
me, yeah.
anymore.
There is
like
a
that would
part of
be
me- I
so
forgot-
funny if he did that. I'd be like, you know what, I'm not mad at it.
You know, sometimes I get to watch like videos about that. What's that? The Darth Vader guy. What's the dude that makes the lightsabers? Star Wars theory.
Oh yeah,
right. And he's been talking about it. And on one of them, he was like, yo, that now at Star Wars Galaxy or whatever at Disneyland or whatever,
yeah,
like now they're going to actually allow the legendary characters, the legacy characters to be like walking around. So we're going to actually have it's not Kylo Ren anymore. It's going to be like Darth Vader and the stormtroopers as like the dude that walks around and does all the nonsense.
Mhm.
And then they're going to have like guys dressed as Han Solo, as Leia, as Luke. And it's not going to be like the new age Star Wars, because that's like the first thing Dave Filoni did. And I was like that was what, like right now when you're like fired. He's just going through the list of all the Disney actors, and he's like, the Kylo Ren actress, send her to the fucking food court. Yeah, make herself
Where's
fucking
that
burgers.
John Boyka guy or whatever?
Yeah.
Give me Boyka, the most
Yeah,
complete fighter in
Give
the
me John
world.
Boyega, get him
Yeah.
over here.
Look
He's
at
gonna be a
that Boyka
fucking
kid or
Jedi
whatever.
now, dude.
Yeah,
remember
you're a
that shit we
Jedi.
promised
Congratulations, first black one. Get out of here.
We're gonna do like an Oprah thing, and it's gonna be like, you know what, dude, you're a fucking
You get
Jedi.
a
and you're
lightsaber. You get a lightsaber.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking so
Where's the
excited,
little
man.
Asian girl too? The one that
Yeah,
everyone was
fucking,
mean at.
who's the one that was trying to kiss you? Fucking,
Yeah.
she's fired. Sexual harassment. Get out of here.
Yeah,
can't
and
be
you get a
kissing-
lightsaber too. Get out of here.
Yeah, can't be making out. Can't be kissing unconscious dudes. What do you think
Yeah.
this fucking Sleeping Beauty? Get out of here.
Yeah, you're fired.
You're fired. You fucking sexual harasser. Jesus Christ.
You want a
Like,
lightsaber? Get out of here.
But before you go, here's your lightsaber. You
Lightsaber.
fucking bitch.
Word.
I'm so excited, dude. There's a part of me that's like, I'm so excited that someone is gonna be at the helm that likes Star Wars.
Yeah.
That likes Star Wars. That's literally what it is. Like,
Honestly,
I don't-
and you know, and not at all to cut you off, man. I'm sorry,
no.
but I have to say that I'm sure Kathleen loved Star Wars
Yeah,
at some
yeah,
point, but I think the money got to her, and
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, is that she was chasing the dollar and not the dream.
Sure.
And I think that's like what's most unfortunate about the whole situation, and because like you got to remember, dude, Kathleen Kennedy was handpicked by George Lucas,
Yep.
right? Like she worked very, very closely with Mr. Lucas. You know, has like, you know, a fucking standing invitation to Skywalker Ranch.
Mhm.
You know, like this woman was royalty, and she pissed it away. And that's what's, I think, the most unfortunate part of like the whole thing, is that Kathleen let her ego, she let her politics, and she let the dollar infect the dream that
True.
is Star Wars, and it made it ugly. And you know, I have a lot of faith in Mr. Filoni, because he's been in these high dollar projects. He's been at the helm of many of these high dollar projects, and he's seen the dream through, and has a wonderful team behind him that has helped him execute it. And I hope that as like the head that he can continue to do that in the way that we as his fans have really, really come to like enjoy his work.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's crazy because of the fact it's like, it's been like fucking 20 years, man, that we've been in a situation where the stuff that they were giving us like wasn't good.
Yeah, dude, they were giving us shit and calling it caviar and you know, feeding us piss and saying it's champagne.
Yeah, and it's crazy because of the fact it's like, I mean, you remember, man, we used to be on the podcast all the time talking about this shit. And it used to be how people would talk about like, oh dude, the Star Wars fan base is so shit. Oh, it's so rabbit. Oh, it's so this. And in my mind, I was always like, well, yeah, it's because we know what the studio was capable of. We knew the stuff that it was giving us when we were young, and we knew the stuff that it gave us even on the prequels. And then there was a twist where it was like, well, we understand you're making this stuff with love and care and compassion, but we need to make big money now. Like, we need to make money. We need to turn it into money. How do we turn it into money?
And I totally know what you mean. And as what this the last commenter gave us, that's not all that really matters. What really matters is that the dream that George Lucas has is kept faithful. And Kathleen Kennedy had the capability to do that, and she had I would like to believe that she once had the dream to do it herself.
Yeah.
But like I said before, the politics got in the way, the money got in the way, and it diluted the dream. And yes, dude, Chris is right. Is how do we evolve the franchise while still making it money, and in turn make us money, right? And that's what Filoni, I think, over Kennedy can deliver better.
Yep.
Is give us the dream while still be able to make money. I mean, because you got to remember, dude, Dave Filoni is still making the Mandalorian movie, and that's going to be fucking gold.
Yeah,
gold,
that's going to be
dude.
money.
That's, oh my god, dude. I mean, if
like not
Filoni pulls this off correctly, dude, I mean, that could be $1 billion movie.
Yeah. I think it'll be in the $1 billion club.
I mean, Italy, with the way that we've built that, I mean, it's damn near. I mean, it has the same energy as like an Avengers and the Avengers and like Infinity War, Endgame, and stuff like that. It has that kind of buildup, dude.
I mean, it's one of the most praised shows that has made people feel that it's the closest to what we were getting back in the day of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, if you break it down, people have said like The Mandalorian is probably closest to Star Wars than any other project that has been put out there. So
it's true. Acolyte, had the potential to do it and fucked it up. Yep. Skeleton Crew, same thing. And like, granted, I guess like I never really liked Andor. That was just not my shtick. Mm-hmm. It was for some people. Yeah. Cool. I didn't really care for Andor because, spoiler alert, he fucking dies anyway.
Yeah.
So, to me, I think it was a moot point. I know that some people love the backstory to certain things. Usually, I don't care, and that was one of them. But I mean, hey, I think it had really liked it, and it did very, very well. It was also a Filoni project, so hell yeah.
I think it had a lot of potential, and it stuck the landing when it came to like the espionage and the seriousness, right?
No, not at all. Andor shade, man. It just wasn't my thing. I like I said, man. Some people really enjoyed it. I didn't care for it. I mean, to each their own. I'm not gonna knock anyone who absolutely loved it. I know that it had its merits. It just didn't hold weight for me.
Yeah. Well, figure drawing says Andor shade. Brother Andor was peak. I think so too. But like, I'd like to get your opinion on why you think it was peak. Like, what is it about Andor that you feel was peak? Was it like the gruel nature of making Star Wars closer to like a like a murder style film that had a lot of violence
And I stand corrected.
and stuff, which flavors away from what Star Wars really was, because the excuse that a lot of people was like, oh well, Star Wars is a kids film, and Andor had nothing to do about children. Yeah, but again, Andor in that situation, like a lot of these films and projects have kind of like picked and choose when they want to be that way, right? Because of the fact that we wanted like the new trilogy of Star Wars to be more, it had its own vibe. I know some didn't like it, slow burn, but I appreciate it. Yeah, and I think that's where Triggs is kind of like saying without giving it shade is he knows that it was a good show, but maybe the slow burn is something he didn't think was very Star Wars of it. Like Star
No,
Wars,
I mean it was more of an espionage. Like it had like a very Jack
we're talking
Ryan
about-
kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't my thing, you know. Like I said, I mean, like I'm not saying Andor was trash. I'm just saying like it held no weight for me, mostly because like I kind of know how the story plays out.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know,
Titanic. You already know how it ends
like
up.
you know how it's gonna end.
Yeah,
You know,
we know there's an empire, but
yeah, I know there's an empire. I know
Yeah.
he dies, and that this is kind of two of the big plot points, you know, for me as far as like Andor is concerned.
Mhm.
With that being
Hey.
said, it was. I mean, I know that it was still a great show. It just didn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
You know, I know that there are some people who like ride on the heels of this new trilogy. You cannot tell them that this was like the greatest evolution in Star Wars history. Sure. But hey, man, you know, I refuse to give in to the narrative that the entire Star Wars fandom is toxic, and I will not feed into that.
Yeah, straight.
And so, with that being said, if that was your thing, sick, dude. Hell yeah.
And it's
like it just wasn't for me.
And you know what's
all.
super fucking crazy is like, I get where like Figure is saying that, where he's like, oh dude, like it was peak or whatever. The only thing peak about Andor was like the last episode when everything gets all fucked over, dude. The rest of the show, I struggled, dude, watching the first season. There was an episode where I was just like, bro, this is fucking boring. Like super fucking boring. And I lost so much interest in it. I didn't give a fuck about the second season. Everyone only gave a fuck about the second season on the last episode when the Empire shoots someone in the crowd and then all this stuff happens, and then the dude's like, you started this, you fucking faked this, and blah, blah, blah. It turned really like political vantage point kind of shit. But like when everybody on the reviews and was like, oh my god, Andor, so I was like, bro, you have to get through the rest of the sloppy bullshit to get to the cool fucking ending. Where
I
else
know,
like,
dude. It has like its own like
was
One Piece.
horrible to
It has
watch.
like it has that like One Piece slow burn. Like you know you're a fan if you can get through this particular
dude.
boring part. But dude, after that, it's fucking gas, dude. It's
The weight cut was hard, bro, on that one for me. Like I struggled getting to that last episode. I knew the payoff was there, but fuck, dude, it was Will telling everybody that he doesn't like girls for like 12 episodes, dude. From like half of the first season. Like it was rough, dude. It was rough, and I get it where everyone kind of like,
you know, man. Hey, maybe I wasn't the target audience.
Huh?
Maybe I wasn't the target audience.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Greatest fucking excuse. I don't know, man. Not the target audience, dude. But yeah, the situation that we're in right now with Star Wars is like, I guess it's more positive, right? Kathleen Kennedy is something that we've been kind of like talking about how she needed to drop out, like even before 2026. Like we had been talking about this since like last year. I remember us cutting it out.
Brother, I really didn't think she was going to make it past 24.
Yeah, I remember us kind of like talking. We were almost going to do bets on how she was going to get fired.
Yeah, we damn near ran a poll. You know, like, I mean, you know, they're like that whole thing between Kathleen Kennedy and, you know, Star Wars and stuff like that. And to answer your question beforehand, what I meant with the politics was kind of like going woke, you know, a little bit. You know, it was very it started very leaning towards the SJW stuff, and you know, like her comments towards like the toxic fandom and just misogyny, you know, and like, oh, you just don't like strong women. Um, uh, I agree. You know, like
Hey,
Star Wars
wait a
needs hype
minute. Wait a
fights,
minute.
but
I
you know,
I I am one of those guys that would wipe my ass with the script, dude. But I tell people I really thought Kylo Ren and Rey fighting on that water shit, that was such a cool fucking scene.
oh, that's a beautiful scene. Like
Yeah,
like cinematography wise, that is
yeah.
just a beautiful that and the scene where they're fighting together.
Oh yeah, against the fucking elites, right? Against the
Yeah,
red.
yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good too. Like there's so many like they're interesting scenes. And I say interesting because I don't want to give it acknowledgement that it's good in any way. Like they're
I
interesting.
refuse.
They just tickle my loins a little bit. And those two fight scenes, in my opinion, are super fucking rad. And then of course there was like when Finn picked up the lightsaber and like that was a really because we expected so much from the Finn story, dude. God, it fucks me up so bad. When Finn picks up the lightsaber for the first time and hits it, and then Kylo Ren cuts his back and he's all fucked up. Like it had the Luke Skywalker cut arm, needing Leia and Han to save him.
Yeah, but that
Like,
was also like a thing. Like that all happens episode 2. Anakin loses his hand, episode 2. Luke loses his hand, episode 6. And so everyone was like, okay, someone's getting their arm cut off in episode 8. You know, like it's gonna happen, right? Like we're 2 for 2, you know, franchise wise. So like a lot of people, but that was also the thing, dude. Like it never, like what happened with John Boyega was probably like the most like was like the worst thing that happened.
like
you know,
trauma,
outside
right?
of Leia dying.
Yeah, like
You know,
the
that
trauma
like
part. Him getting fucking sliced in the back. That whole Kylo Ren scene and him was like, it was great. Like it was so fantastic. The scene after that where like Rey just magically kicks into overdrive with her fucking Hulk Jedi powers.
I will never accept that somehow or another you had such a good handle on your powers, but with never knowing that you had them to begin with.
Yeah.
And because that was straight video game shit. Like you just magically have a good grasp on how to use your powers. No level up system, no fucking experience
just
points
cheat
shit.
coded it
Yeah,
right
just
in,
straight, you know, up down, left right, left right, you know, XY start.
Straight up contra code, dude.
I was like, what the actual fuck, dude? Like, yeah, let me just input this cheat code right quick and like literally let me kick the shit out of the son of one of the greatest force users in the universe.
Oh man, it's what a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Target audience, man.
Dude, and then on top of that, Whitwer's coming back as well. I mean, you know, he's gonna play the son.
Yeah,
you know, we're getting an OG, you know, Star Wars, you know, staple,
and that's where
Star Killer, and you know, he's gonna be coming back as the son.
This is where I'm kind of like in my reserve, even with Dave Filoni stepping up, because of how Ahsoka was handled. There was something about the show that, like, you know, we got Thrawn, dude. Like, you know, we got
and
Ezra live action. So, and they were so underwhelming. They were so underwhelming as characters. Like, we got almost the entire cast of Rebels in live action, and they made Ren this chick that was like, oh, dude, she could just do anything. Again, they gave her like the Rey treatment. She did like the super jump. She could handle a lightsaber. She could do all the force shit. Even though that was like very, very minusculely touched on in the live act in the cartoon, right? They gave her like she even got fucking stabbed through the stomach with a lightsaber and survived. Or right? I want to say she got stabbed through the lightsaber. Like stabbed through the stomach with a lightsaber. And she just walked it off, even though it killed fucking Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon gets hit in the stomach, forever dead. Fucking Ren gets hit in the stomach with a lightsaber, just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound.
Dude,
So-
honest to God, I'm starting to now theorize that Qui-Gon wanted to die.
I don't know. Maybe he had.
Dude,
Okay, so
everyone that we've
remember-
seen get stabbed in the stomach with a lightsaber, guess what? They're fine.
Yeah, everyone
Everybody.
else survives. But you know what? Okay, so like that's actually a really good statement. And the reason why I say that and I agree with you is because of the fact that if it wasn't for Qui-Gon Jinn, a lot of the Jedis and Force users wouldn't know that you can survive in the Force and come back as a Force ghost. He was the guy that
Yeah.
created that. He's the one that found that out and taught Yoda.
Yeah,
So-
he's the one who showed Yoda like how
That
to do
is
it,
fuck-
which
that
is
is a
which is
genius.
crazy.
So maybe he was like, hey, this fucking horny guy with a double lightsaber, like maybe he can do me a solid. I know I'm gonna fuck Obi-Wan's trauma over, but like, you know, maybe he's got it. And boom, got to the stomach. What's up, Travis? Good to see you, my man. We're talking Star Wars right now. So yeah,
Yeah,
like,
dude, I have
fucking-
a feeling that his death was very altruistic in the fact that I think it's going to be like, because if he hadn't died, he wouldn't have forced Obi-Wan to grow as a man into the master that he knew that he could be, or into the Jedi Knight that he knew that he could be.
True.
Because you have to remember, Obi-Wan was still a Padawan at the time. He was not
Yeah.
a knight yet.
he was not a knight.
And
During
he
the
was,
Clone
and
Wars, I
that
think
was
he
the
was-
whole thing. He was like, "I'm ready for the trials. I know
That's
I can
right.
do it." And he's like, "I know you can do, but like you're not ready yet." So
Yeah, he
he
became
knew
a
that
knight
like
with
his
Anakin,
death,
right?
it was gonna force him to be ready and force him to be a knight so that
Yeah.
he in turn could train Anakin.
That's a good fucking point. 'Cause I totally forgot that he was a knight and during the Clone Wars. Yeah, that's when he became a knight, Jedi Knight. That's so cool, man. I didn't think of that. An interesting point y'all bring up: Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan debating being.
Yeah, dude,
mindful
this
in
is
the
this is
future
something that I've kind of
versus
like
being in the
I've been
present.
holding on
Qui-Gon
to for like a
being
couple of
in-
years.
Kenobi being in the future. Yeah. And it's crazy because Qui-Gon kind of like knew but like it's like Qui-Gon didn't really live in the moment because of Anakin. Anakin, he kind of knew like how it was supposed to all play out in some way. Like he believed
not
in
just
it.
that, but Qui-Gon was always looking towards the future. He was like,
Yeah.
This is why he's
Iron Man.
This is why he disagreed with the council all the time. He was like, this is not good for the Jedi Order. This is not good for the Force. We are not doing things the right way. Like, we're peacekeepers. We're not politicians, and we're playing politics, and we
Yeah.
shouldn't be doing that. And he hated that. He was in direct in direct line against that. He hated that. He hated that. That's what his the order was becoming. And so like when the Sith came, he was like, I fucking told you guys, dude. I fucking told you all.
Okay, I need to go to the bathroom just to
I
go
do
to
too,
number one
dude.
real quick. But let me go first and then I'll come back. But let me leave you with this. And I'll be right back. Do you think it was a part of the plan for Palpatine when he created Anakin for him to be picked up by the Jedi first and then changed later into a Sith? You guys talk about that.
I'll talk about that.
Wait, where you going, Triggs?
Got a P2.
Okay, so all right, so during the duel, I have seen that. I have seen the theories about it, how you see Obi-Wan being very brash and rushing and stuff like that, showing his age, and showing his experience, in the order. He's still, running, gunning and stuff like that, and wants the smoke, as opposed to Qui-Gon, who's very calm. He's waiting for all of it and activates his lightsaber just as they come down, right? Showing the calm in, even in the situation of being in a fight. So yeah, it's one of those things where I genuinely believe that Qui-Gon maybe either one knew he was going to die or allowed himself to, so that overall it was better for the order, his death. um and like I said, it made Anakin, it gave the stepping stones to Anakin being, a Jedi. It gave Obi-Wan the necessary steps to take into being a better Jedi Knight, to honor Qui-Gon. And then on top of that, Qui-Gon became a Force ghost, and in turn teaching Yoda, and more so in teaching Yoda, but also allows Yoda to realize that the Force is a lot is just as spiritual as it is physical, and that maybe playing politics was maybe not the move, because after a while you do see Yoda kind of being like, you know what, I don't maybe this is not the way that we should be going, and you see a lot of the council kind of like, but if we could like sway politics to our side and stuff like that, we could, ensure that like the galaxy's safety and stuff like that. And people who always play from the shadows, always end up getting, one in the nuts. And unfortunately it happened, for the Jedi. The Jedi were all but eradicated.
Yep, they played a stupid game. It was real crazy because, like, yeah, when the prequels come out and they start talking about all this shit, like, it's crazy to see how authoritarian or imperialistic the Jedi's become, or they think that they're so altruistic that they believe that their way is the only way for it to be successful over the politics, and them seeing like almost like a policing force, right? And when Qui-Gon approaches him with Anakin and says, "Hey, dude, look at this fucking kid! Like, he's got a tremendous power level." Like, how easily they were like, "Nah, send him away."
Yeah, they were like, yeah, but this kid is crazy. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
but if we teach him not to be, then he
Yeah.
won't be.
They were like, "Look at how much power this
yeah,
person
but he has too much
Like,
potential to be crazy.
yeah."
You brought the crazy person in here.
They were like, "Make him work
Is-
at Burger King. Send him off."
Yeah,
It's like, you don't think someone
he
else
has
is gonna pick
trauma.
this dude
Well,
up?
yeah, he has trauma. Like, but if he like goes unhinged, then we'll teach him not to. Yeah,
It
but
still
if he
trips me out,
does,
man.
you know,
It still trips me out because even to this day, when I watch that show, when Yoda looks at him and goes, "Not too old," I was like, what do you mean, bro? Like,
dude,
you
he's
only
like
get
2 years older
him
than
at
your
like kid
youngest kid.
age, bro.
Got it,
Yeah,
bro.
like, what do you mean he's too old? Like, I was so like, it never really, I don't know. It's just me nitpicking, but I never understood that shit. But yeah,
No,
it's a
but
good
it's not a
point.
nitpick though. That's like an actual like concern. It was the
Yeah, part of episode 1. It's so important that it knows the
Yeah.
best kind of Jedi.
man, and unfortunately that did not pan out for quite.
Yeah, they fucking wiped that dude out so fast.
I mean, I get the analogy that you're trying to make, but man, that was just a bad one because it really did not pan out very well.
And the only other
those two.
person that did that just changed to a Sith, and it was Dooku.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the only other person that was like, "Yo, like, I think Qui-Gon's right," and they're like, "Nah, bro, get out of here." And he's like, "All right, I'll be a Sith. Bye."
Yeah,
Like,
you know what? Fuck you guys.
like, dude, Dooku was literally a Padawan under Yoda.
Yeah.
Like, under Yoda, and Yoda was such a cunt and such a stickler for all the shit that he was pushing that it made this dude fucking quit.
Dude, and you know what's crazy? It's not just one either. Like
Yeah.
same
like
thing with
3, right?
Qui-Gon. Same thing with Qui-Gon. Like he had these guys just live a life where like it was like, dude, this isn't a life worth living. Like this is why, like, as abysmal as these movies are,
Yeah.
see, I wouldn't say that he takes on the same mindset. I would say that
It makes him
the moves that he
question.
makes are to honor Qui-Gon.
Yeah, and question even the elders in the Jedi Academy, like, even to question them on their bullshit. Like, that's what made Obi-Wan such a great Jedi, and I still believe that Obi-Wan was the Jedi. I think he was more of the prophecy of the person to bring balance, because he was like 100% like that motherfucker, dude. Like he was the dude.
Yeah, I'd have to disagree with you on that one, and mostly because like he's also like someone who did push a lot of like the Jedi politics. You know, it was one of those things where like
He was a good soldier.
He was a great soldier.
He was the
That
soldier.
but that was the problem, is that that's what he was. He was a soldier.
Yeah.
You know,
but even when he was a soldier, he took his like, when he was given roles, like he fulfilled those roles. But he questioned them with
I think one of the greatest
Jinn's.
things that he did when he was on the council was question why Anakin was not made master. He was just like, I don't understand that. Like all the accolades that this guy has, everything that he's done, all of the things that he's accomplished, despite the fact that we know how, like, what could happen if he decides to like rebel or go against, and we're not going to make this guy a master.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, they were like, oh, like he still hasn't like cast off that part of him. And they're like, and even Obi-Wan was kind of like, that's not going to happen though. Like, you know that. Well, it was just, take the L and fucking let him be a master. If we literally just gave him that, had they literally just made him master, he would have been like, fuck that fucking.
Yeah, it'd be like, what does that even mean, bro? Fucking keep your titles, bitch.
Yeah, dude.
And it's crazy because when he's
you mean the extinct guys? Fuck those guys.
When he's old Ben, right? And he's teaching Luke kind of like roughly how to be a Jedi. They're all Qui-Gon Jinn's methods. Like,
yeah, because at that point, like, he understands. He's like,
he's the old man, dude. He's the master. Like, and even when he chooses to die against Darth Vader, it kind of like Travis says, it comes full circle, because it's almost the same way he did with what's his face, with Darth Maul, right? Where he kind of makes the choice that he knows he has to sacrifice himself in a way for Obi-Wan's future, right? Because of his futuristicness. That was the same thing as Obi-Wan when he fights Darth Vader and lets himself go to Luke, and he needs to show Luke that he's willing to die for this belief of hope and something that's way bigger than him that you can't see. It's like faith, right? Like, where you can't just go off and be like, how do you expect me to believe in all this invisible shit that you can move things with your mind and it all comes from this? And he's like, well, I'm willing to die for it. Check this out. Put me up on my cross or whatever. Yeah, 100%. Put me up on my cross. I'm willing to die for it. And then boom, and you're just like, oh my God, this guy just died and he disappeared in a complete turned into a robe.
They gojoed this motherfucker, dude.
I like that Darth Vader's like stepping on his robe to be like, the fuck, dude? Where'd you go, bro? That was always my funniest thing.
He gojoed him, dog. They gojoed him.
He gojoed him, cuts the fucking robe in half, it falls. And for some reason, Darth Vader's like, the fuck? He's not even here. Fuck this guy. And he just walks away, dude, all mad.
Yeah, dude. He's just like, dude, oh, man, I knew I just shouldn't drink that kombucha earlier.
Yeah, he was like, motherfucker. He got me with the illusion shit. God damn it, dude. Got me with that Force Ghost, that shit that fucking Luke did to Kylo Ren or whatever.
Yeah, dude. This is where you catch, Darth Vader at the
drinking in the bar and shit. Yeah, like it's I'm so excited, dude.
Look, dude, I think Dave Filoni has the best chance to inspire new creators for this verse to be able to make something great with Star Wars again. And I think under his direction, will people be able to be led in the way that George Lucas was able to lead Dave Filoni,
proud of, at least.
And be something, and make this franchise like worthy of being proud of again.
Oh my God, I thought you were gonna make Star Wars great again.
Good, no.
I thought you were gonna say some shit like that. I was like, fucking trigger, dude. God damn it.
Miska or whatever.
Yeah, living up to your name of trigger to trigger everybody in the world.
Yeah, right, dude.
Yeah, make Skywalkers cool again or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
God, that would have been fucking funny. Yeah, well, guys, if you haven't heard, Dave Filoni, man. Hopefully the man turns into Star Wars Jesus and comes back to save us all. Hopefully, baby. Hopefully. Onwards onto the last part of the conversation. Nothing too crazy, but Marvel leaks. Triggs Triggs. It's
Dude,
good
I'm
that you're
all
on the
for it,
show,
dude.
man. It's good that you're here, man, because you can talk to me about this stuff. Have you heard anything about Marvel leaks? I mean, oh, they're everywhere, bro. Like they are fucking everywhere. I'm checked out, dude. I don't want to see shit until like the movie comes out. But it was an interesting take how you were talking about it before we started the show, and you were like, "Nah, man, this is cool." And I was like,
Yeah,
"That's dope."
I'm probably the one person that you didn't expect to hear say that.
I did not expect you
Yeah.
to say this, dude.
And so let me give you my reasoning, right?
Shoot.
And I will make this as like as quite as unbiased as I can.
Yeah. Well,
And
before we start, I want everybody to understand I am not at all upset about anything Marvel coming out right now. I'm actually very entertained by it. I just think it's ridiculous because, like, I'm a stickler for source stuff, and all this shit sounds very nonsensical, dude. All this shit sounds like nonsense. Yeah, Trig's gonna go get it. He has his omnibus in hand next to him where he sleeps at night. Like this guy, yeah, man, we're about this life, guys. Yeah, we're about this life. Like
So,
when it comes to
this-
Marvel, we're about this.
this is the story in which they are going to be basing these
The
upcoming
majority of
movies
it.
on, right? This is the 2015 Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars. He also wrote Avengers and New Avengers, which leads into Time Runs Out, which is the prequel story to this one. This has been one of my most favorite stories coming out of Marvel in the past 15 years. I love this story. Time Runs Out. As a matter of fact, me and Chris can probably agree that one of the greatest monologues in all of fiction comes in
End of the end of
in
Runs Out.
Time Runs Out. A flash of light, a crash of thunder, two gods fell against many. You hear a crash of thunder and a flash of light, and then nothing, silence. I was just like, oh, dude, yeah. Oh my god.
This is where, like, if you've seen the show, you'll see why Trigger always
Yeah.
picks me up about Hyperion. Hyperion confirmed.
Yeah, dude, Hyperion confirmed, dude. There you go. I mean, today, brother, I will race you there.
Dude, I still 100% think that there is a possibility. It being Hyperion, no, probably Century. We've talked about this before.
It'd have to be the only thing that, like, that's the closest thing that we could ever get to it.
Yeah. Kind of
You know.
sucks. But, and the only reason why I say it kind of sucks is because, again, Marvel brought in these characters and really didn't have, other than that part with Hyperion, they really don't know what to do with his character. And it's the same thing with the Sentry. The Sentry's so fucking strong that they don't know what to do with this guy. Like, even in it's Superboy Prime all over again. Like, it wasn't until recently that they started doing some fun shit with Superboy Prime. But that's because they're literally like, fuck it, bro. We'll have him where he can just punch holes in dimensions, like, for no reason. Like, they're literally just like winging the fuck out of his powers, dude.
Yeah.
So, and he
What I
knows he's
love
in a
most
comic
is, like,
book, which
now,
makes him
like,
Deadpool.
and I love how they're now making Superboy Prime aware of how strong he actually is.
And that he's
They're
in a
like-
comic book.
Yeah,
And
they're
that
like,
he's in a
you
fucking
know,
comic
I
book.
could, like, mid diff your Superman, right? Like,
Yeah.
just straight take his shit up.
And then all of a
they're
sudden
all
he's
like, yeah,
fighting
well, we
something,
have
he goes,
kryptonite, and he's like, yeah, that doesn't work on me. Any of them.
I like the ones when he's like, when the villain's about to hit him or do something, and he's like, well, I'm gonna catch you, and he goes, not if it makes a cool splash page, and like, then the next panel of the comic book is him in a splash with Superman punch, and I'm just like, god damn it, bro. Like, he knows he's in a comic book, like, so he calls the tropes out. He calls the fucking tropes out. He goes,
It's
it's not gonna
greatest
happen,
fourth
bro.
wall
They
breaks
need me in the
ever,
next
dude.
episode or whatever. They need me next in the comic or whatever. And I'm like, god damn it, dude. Fucking Deadpool jokes all week, dude. Gwenpool jokes all week. But
I love it.
digressing,
Love it.
right? Like, they got these characters, Hyperion and the Sentry, and in the comic books right now, they're very hard to write. They're very hard. They even did one of them a while back where they, a lot of people, of course, are familiar with now the Sentry from, Marvel's Thunderbolts or whatever the fuck. Was it cool? Yeah, I think Triggs will agree with me to see the Sentry come out. Did they do him correctly? No. The Void is like, again, it's a cosmic interdimensional being that can literally wipe out the entire multiverse. And the movie turned it into a therapy session where it's just trauma, which because again, this goes off of one of the leaks I heard where Doom is going to absorb the Void and turn it into one of his abilities. And I question this by saying the movie The Thunderbolts didn't really make it a cosmic being. They made it a Hulk therapy session. So there's no individuality as to what the void is as a power other than just him losing control, right? Yeah. So how could Doom remove the void if it's just trauma? You know what I mean? Like, it's very difficult for me. And then when I hear that, I'm like, oh, that's some Reddit made up bullshit.
Yeah, no, and this is why, like, oh, I heard this leak where, like, Dr. Doom is gonna fuck Sue Storm, and that's who Franklin Richards' dad really is, and Namor is gonna, like, be in a cuck chair, and that, yeah, that's gonna be the third act of the fucking first movie.
You're in a cuck chair watching. Yo,
yeah. Like, I'm just like, okay, dude, you know, so unless I see it from, like, the Russos or something like that, I don't care.
Let me ask you this, Tricks, because again, I love Secret Wars too. Like, you know me, dude. I'm huge on this shit too. But for me, my favorite arc, I've said this a million times, is Planet Hulk and World War Hulk. Like, that's me. Like, that's my dude, and it's my motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's my motherfucker.
Yeah, that's A1, dude. I mean, that like that, you know, that's on the heels of Secret Wars and shit like that. I mean, I'm all about it.
And I always consider it, because you have the omnibus, right? So I always say that Secret Wars is like your baby in this, right? Because I got Thor Ragnarok and I got Thor fucking Love and Thunder, which, God, they hate me.
Yeah, dude, it's like Taika Waititi was like, so I heard this guy named Crispy
really likes this shit, but I'm
really likes this. You know what? Hey, Hemsworth, we're gonna fuck your character up.
No, please don't, bro. No. So for us here on the show, I've always considered Secret Wars and Siege to be Trigger's baby, peak, right?
Peak. I loved Siege.
So I'm gonna ask you this, just on the whim, and I want you to answer me this truthfully, because of course, if Betancourt was here or Brian was here,
you know, dude, shout out to Betancourt, man. You know, fucking kid. Keep Michael Betancourt in your prayers, man. He got into a real bad car accident. And, you know,
yeah, I saw that.
So you know, shout out Michael Betancourt. You know, keep him in your prayers, keep him in your thoughts. You know, wish him well.
Yeah. Of course, those guys would be like, "Nah, Chris, it's okay. Like, it'll be all right." Let me ask you this, because fucking, I'll tell you my opinion about it in a bit. Triggs, what if I told you that the background of Doom being the way he is in this film is because the Doom Robert Downey Jr. character comes from an alternate timeline or an alternate multiverse where he was married to Sue Storm and had a Franklin Richards of his own and had Valeria as a daughter. So he had Sue, Franklin, Valeria, and that's why he's wanting to kidnap Franklin Richards and keep Sue Storm for himself. Like, and that's his whole fucking itch, is because he lost them during an incursion or whatever the fuck. How do you like, how would you feel if that was like the intro for like, oh, this is Doom, bro?
So I think that the Doom character is going to be a direct spin on the current Doom in the Ultimates, where it is actually Tony Stark, but under the assumption or under the guise that he thinks that he's Victor Von Doom.
Okay.
Because that's the way that the Ultimates is going right now. The current Victor Von Doom is actually Reed Richards.
Yeah. He put him in that. Yeah, I remember
and
that.
The Maker is still the Maker. Yeah. So, like, I can kind of see that happening. I don't know how I would feel about that if that did happen. Personally, I don't know yet. I'm very, very much wanting to see. But I have bigger questions. I want to know how Cap is coming back. I want to know what's going to happen with Jeremy Renner. You know, I want to know if fucking he's gonna come back. You know, things like that. And I feel, I think, I hope that that could happen. And
No, but
and
no,
that,
no.
you
Wait,
know,
wait.
like
Maybe you're missing what I was asking though.
what's up?
How do you feel if I told you that one of the major like things that people are saying is that the reason why Victor Von Doom is doing the Doom stuff that he's doing is because he comes from a universe where he was married to Sue,
See,
and
but
he had
that's
a
too
Franklin
close to
and a
to
Valeria.
the comic book, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
But that was when they get to Secret Wars.
Doesn't matter. It's still part of the comic book.
I'm saying that they're saying that this character, his regular world was he was married to Sue and had the daughter that's missing in the Fantastic Four. He had that daughter, which is like one of the major reasons why I fucking hated the fucking movie, that they didn't introduce Valeria. I mean, Valeria himself or herself in the comic books was a girlfriend of Doom's and was named after Valeria by Reed Richards out of respect for Doom. Hence why he was like, yo, I want you to be her godfather. And dude, that is
By
a
the
great
only
story.
person that he loves, like genuinely loves.
So they were just like, nah, like to make it his daughter, like his old ex-girlfriend. Let's just say it's his daughter. And that was actually
whom, by the way, he sacrificed for more power. Just
yes,
big,
he
big
did.
FYI.
Oh man, dude. I was fuck, I'm so livid. Again, so one of the major things that I was really mad about the Fantastic Four in the first place was that Valeria was not introduced. She plays such a huge impact in the story of Secret Wars, and she's so necessary in the fall of Doctor Doom, being that that's like her inspiration to be the greatest, Doctor Doom. Like, even though it's like the biggest villain of Reed Richards, it's still like her godfather. It's so weird because like the way that they wrote this was very much like the Watchmen and the Mothman guy. You remember that shit where the comedian is sitting at the bed when he's crying? He's like, "Did you know about all this shit? Like, it's all a big fucking joke." Remember? Do you remember that scene? And then later on, when the comedian dies, the Mothman or Monarch or whatever the fuck they call him, like he shows up to his funeral. And the owl guy gets all pissed off or whatever, and he's like, "Why did you fucking show up?" Or, "Well, he's like my best friend," or whatever the fuck. They wrote such a fucking Batman and Joker thing where like even though they hated each other and they were their nemesis, is like they were their best friends. And that's the way I've always felt about Reed and Doctor Doom. And we don't have that dynamic in the films. Like, so I don't know, like, oh fuck, dude, I don't even know. It boils me, dude. It boils me so bad. But the concept of it, like, and that's why I kind of like I'm scared of this, Triggs, for Secret Wars. Is like, did you hear about the Loki story, the Avenger Prime?
Yeah, but
And that's gonna be like a big thing for this.
Yeah, but the thing that I'm more hearing, and I kind of almost see this a little bit more, is that everyone that we're seeing are supposed to be like the multiversal Avengers, and Loki's going to be picking them up.
Yeah, from the Amazon from the Avengers Prime series, right? Which just happened what, like 4 years ago?
Yeah, and I get it. Like everyone's fucking up in arms about stuff, and there's going to be people like you who are like, but what story are they telling? What comic book are they following? They're not following a comic book. They're not following a comic book. Stop. They're not.
But if they're not.
They're not following a comic book.
If
they're not going to follow Secret Wars. They're just calling it Secret Wars.
But listen, if they're going to be following, they may not follow a comic book as you're saying. But if they're saying that this is based, because everyone's like, oh, God of stories, Loki, finally, and it's like, bro, that guy's like 4 years old. Like in the comic book, he's only like 4 years old. And then it's like, oh, the Avengers Prime and Doom. What did they call him during that series? You remember? It was like God Doom or some shit like that. I remember he had his own. He had the fucking Wolverine.
God
no,
King
no, not during Secret Wars. He was God Doom during Secret Wars.
Yeah, God King
during
Doom.
the Avenger Prime, he fights Doom. Supreme Doom, wasn't it? Avengers Prime. versus.
Mm.
Yeah, because that was just a comic book that happened like a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago actually, where it was Loki versus God Doom or whatever the fuck. But it's crazy because he has like a whole bunch of random Avengers. Dude.
Wow, apparently people think that Avengers Prime is like such a thing that I cannot find it anywhere else other than relating to the movie right now. God damn.
What do you mean?
Like I'm like Avengers Prime versus Doom, Avengers Prime.
Yeah,
Doom,
that's what I looked up right now.
And all it is talking about Secret Wars, the movie, or Doomsday.
And that's it. Don't you think that's kind of weird?
It's frustrating, but mostly because and the reason that I say this is because like I always try and remain like really really biased when it comes to these Marvel projects,
True.
right? I'm obviously the most biased of the show.
True.
You know, more than you, more than Brian, more than Derp. And reason being is because like right now I always like, or what I do, especially in my theory crafting, is I always look at the facts and what assets they have to work with as they stand in the current storytelling like verse of the MCU, right? You know, because to do anything else is unfair, you know, and to create a false narrative and a false hope. So I'm not going to do that to myself. So fact. They had Secret Invasion. Fact. It had nothing to do with Secret Invasion from the comic book. Fact. It totally fucked it up. Fact. We had a movie called Civil War. Fact. None of that happened in Secret War. Other than Cap and Tony Stark fighting.
It's going to happen right after it, Eddie. It's going to happen right after. That's what's going to happen with Secret Wars.
That's essentially what happens.
Literally what happens.
That's actually exactly what happens, Eddie. The whole universe blows up and it's put back together very shittily, and then it's blown up again and put back together correctly. So yeah, that's what I mean. You know, like we have an expectation on what we would like to see, but that's probably not going to happen. And with that being said, and what we're seeing in the MCU, we don't have the assets to pull off a lot of these things.
Yeah.
Like at all. The best that we could do is, oh dude, One World Under Doom is so good.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Dude, yeah, it was so sad though. It's such a mind fuck. Like it makes you think that the Avengers are actually the bad guys.
Yeah, they wreck socks. So this is a multiversal team for. Oh, it's gonna be small, right? Oh shit. I think we've talked about this before, Triggs.
Oh, dude, there you go, dude. Boom, Hyperion confirmed.
Yeah, you saw him right now, right?
Yeah,
he was there. Look, that's the fucking that's the team.
Yeah.
King Killmonger, Ghost Goblin.
Yeah, I remember this.
Young
Thanos,
the Black Skull, Young Thanos, Dark Phoenix, and the Berserker, which is a Wolverine with a bunch of claws coming out of everywhere, dude. That's the most ridiculous Wolverine I've ever seen.
Being held back with the chain. You know who that reminds me of, dude? And when I first saw it, you know who it reminded me of? Channing Tatum in This Is the End.
Oh, the bad movie?
Yeah.
This Is the End. I remember that shit. That shit was funny. How do I get out of this? That Wolverine is ridiculous because, like, he has, like, shit. He has claws coming out of his eyes, dude. Look. Have you ever seen that Wolverine?
Yeah.
It is stupid looking, dude.
That's horrible.
What the fuck is that? What's a death clock?
Death clock or Deathlock
what
or whatever.
What the fuck? And he's normal looking. What the hell? He's not even like an altered version of himself.
Channing Tate, yum.
There's Avenger Prime Loki with the helmet and all that stuff. All of his gear of all the Avengers he's collected over the years. There is Redonkulous, bro.
You know who I'm actually really, really excited to see again, and I hope that I get to, is Peter Quill, dude.
There is, 100%. I want to see
Peter Quill. Want to see Chris Pratt.
And you know what's super fucking crazy about that is every team that you've seen come out that people are talking about in Reddit and all this stuff, Peter Quill is not a part of it. The Guardians aren't a part of it. It's like they forgot about that team exists. It's super crazy. And that's because of the fact that a lot of the stuff that we're seeing in these leaks, and this is why I say it's ridiculous, is that it's all made up shit from like wannabe fans that they're supposed to become popular.
And thank you very much for acknowledging that finally, because I've said this for years, dude. That like these posts hold no weight. Like
Yeah,
I can make a fucking Twitter account right now and post some stupid shit on like any one of these stupid fucking blog posts.
Yep.
It's gonna pick up traction just as long as I give it a little bit of faction. Like I place it in somewhere factual.
Yep.
And just spin that off, and people are gonna eat it up. They're gonna repost, and I'll become a fucking overnight sensation.
Overnight fucking TikTok celebrity.
Yeah,
yeah, it's ridiculous, bro. Because some of the shit that these people are like say, there's some of it that
yeah, dude. I mean, you could quite literally make a fake ass TikTok right now and be like, I read reports that David Russo said that he hates everything that Taika Waititi ever did, and if he had the choice, he would have just fired Waititi right after Ragnarok. What do you guys think?
And he said he's gonna make Love and Thunder a part of the multiverse. It's not even the real. It's not even what really happened.
That love Thor son isn't even a real,
isn't a character.
Yeah, isn't even a real kid. It's actually a boy. Comment down below. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's very crazy. Some of the stuff I feel like, I think we talked about this a long time ago where we were like the introduction of them bringing like the Fox X-Men characters back from the dead, right? Okay, we see that.
And you know what? That's way more accepted than I thought it was going to be. And you know what? I'm all for it because like, you know, like, yeah, you got, you know, you kind of got your goodbyes with, you know, the Foxverse and stuff like that, you know, being with like Deadpool and, you know, Deadpool and Wolverine and stuff.
And I was just about to say that too, like,
you know, but dude, I mean, to bring them all like just to everybody, I mean, dude, I mean, the last person that you would need quite literally would be Anson Mount for the Inhumans. I mean, if he announced that, I would fucking lose it, dude.
I think it would be
so sick.
I think it would be really, really fucking crazy because I was just thinking about this the other day. So we see the return of the Fox universe, right? And the way I feel is that they're gonna do this thing where like Wolverine being sent back to the future or being sent back to the past and rearranging the past and fixing it and all that stuff. When he comes back to the present in the later part of the X-Men series and everyone's kind of grayed a little bit and older, and Charles Xavier gives him the whole welcome back, my friend, like it's been a long time. I kind of feel that was going to be the nexus point, and from there it's going to be like people that have time traveled in their series end up causing the incursion. And the scene of like the whole like the Sentinels and all that stuff, I really just think that's the death of the X-Men. Like I think that's the death of like the entire universe. Like everything's just gone to shit, and they're blaming the mutants for doing it or whatever. And that's how they get their incursion or whatnot. But I would like to see them in some way bring in First Class, the X-Men First Class cast. And then do
cool,
that,
man. You know, to bring in Sophie Turner and you know,
and do them as the Champions comic book.
Yeah,
instead
and
of the
James
Young Avengers.
McAvoy, you know, and Michael Fassbender. That'd be sick, dude. You know, and because like first and foremost, dude, James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender are fucking phenomenal.
Fucking awesome, dude. They did so
dude,
good.
They are so good, so good.
That's why it's. Like, I feel like it's kind of like a letdown.
If the Russos were like, "Oh, we have 2 generations of Fox
of X-Men,
X-Men."
Yeah,
I would be like,
and the young ones.
Yeah,
like
dude,
that
I'd
would be
all about
so dope, bro. Like fucking bitch. Because that's the thing is, right? We're getting Sadie Sink as an apparent young Jean Grey in the Spider-Man series.
I've heard that.
Which I kind of think isn't real.
Neither do I. I have a hard time believing that. Yeah. I think that she's gonna play someone from the Spider Totem. I think that they're gonna go along the line of the Spider-Verse. you know, that
I
that
still
they're
think she could play a badass like Gwen or like Gwen
oh,
Stacy or something. You
honestly,
know what
I
I
think
mean?
that I think that she would make. I mean, obviously, everyone would love to see her as like a proper MJ, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I think that she could be May Parker. I could see her as May Parker.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, heck, who knows? Um, my thing is that we have to see how the incursions are starting, right? I think they
Yes.
started because of
Cap.
yeah, either Cap or Doctor Strange.
I think Cap. I really think because
When he
again,
was
like
putting all the stones back.
no, it wasn't that. It was him going back and not stepping on the wire and thinking of only himself and taking Iron Man's advice about, you know, doing it for yourself for once. So him going back, Peggy Carter, they have a baby. That baby should not exist. Like it literally should not exist. So Steve is going to be in this situation where he goes back and creates a child because you look at Steve Rogers' life, right? He doesn't time travel into the future. He gets frozen, preserved, and then wakes up. That's natural travel through time. Like he doesn't like do like an experiment that sends him into the future. Like he progresses because he's stuck in ice, which just prevents him from aging, and that's just what it is. He breaks the timeline by going back. And then, of course, like sticking to all the stuff in the jewels, like that's understandable until it gets to the necessity of him being off planet because he has to take the soul stone to Boromir, right? And it's like, how does he do that? Like, how does he do that without getting involved with the Guardians, without him stealing a ship that can go to space in some way? Who does he get that from? Unless he goes to a Nick Fury, a Tony Stark, or a AIM person. You know what I mean? Like Cap does not have that intelligence. It's forced across the entire thing that he doesn't have that intelligence when it comes to like time travel shit or whatever. He has to come. He literally has to go and ask Tony for help when he's retired. You know what I mean? Like he literally, and then it goes to the Hulk of all fucking people to get help from him to do this. Oh my God, is that a Kyle Kalinske? I don't know what that means. What's a Kyle Kalinske?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. Anyway. Um. So, I mean, as far as like the incursions are like concerned,
Mhm.
there's obviously a lot to unwrap there because, I from a reader's standpoint know how the incursions started, know what the first incursion was, and how everything came to being. Right.
Mhm.
We know that the incursions are happening because of Doctor Strange, right? And we
Mhm.
know that the incursions are still somewhat a thing because of Fantastic Four and how they kind of like touch on like how incursions work. So my thing is like, okay, even though like Cap put everything back together, we still see Cap the moment after he was supposed to come back as an old man, right?
Yep.
Like I guess he burnt through his super soldier serum or had it extracted or whatever.
Yeah, because
However
it's
the
kind of
fuck,
like it's weird that it goes that way, right?
yeah. Um, which kind of also leads to Secret. Sorry, to Time Runs Out because how does Cap look in Secret Wars? Sorry, and Time Runs Out. He's an old man, you know, and he has to have an armor made for him to fight, you know, Tony Stark.
Mhm.
But even so, even though like granted, I know the biggest like hurdle that everyone has is yes, he has a kid, and two, how exactly does he return the
The
soul stone to
stones.
Vormir, you know, plus having to interact with Red Skull again, you know, that's get it, right? I hope we get an answer to that. Will we? We probably won't. Um, you know, I hope we do because that's a pretty big plot point, you know, that we need to find out about. The whole kid thing, I don't really care about, you know, but If Tony hadn't told him to do that, I think Tony would have been a little bit more, wouldn't have minced his words so much. And I think like if Tony knew that something was gonna happen bad for him doing that, he probably wouldn't have had him do it. Or I would like to at least think that. And yet again, another thing that I could also think of, and granted, this may not have been in like the war room at the time, is like then that also makes like the TVA completely like incompetent.
Yeah, totally incompetent.
Granted, we already kind of know that they are, but still, like,
this idea of them keeping things very simple, and it complicates things. I mean, even with the idea of Steve, like, okay, like, look, watch it. I don't want to have this conversation, but we have to. Steve goes back in time, has a baby with Peggy Carter, which ends up apparently being the aunt or the whatever to Sharon Rogers, who is the girl he made out with in Civil War.
You made out with your sister, man.
I don't want to bring it up, but Spriggs, do you see what I'm talking about here? Like,
I get it, dude. And that's why I said it the way that he made out with
yeah,
his
you
sister,
fucking made out
man.
with your sister, man. I don't want to say these things, but like, there's a lot of ridiculous.
I get it, dude. Yeah, but
that's horrible. And you know me, bro. You know I love this shit. And Cap is my guy, but like,
yeah,
that is not my guy when it comes to those things.
Carter was not Sharon Carter's grandmother. That was her aunt. So that means
no, yeah, 100%.
Would have been either a sister or a brother that Peggy had. That like, granted,
yeah,
is it weird?
Yeah, no,
it is now, because that's also the same Cap who made out with like her future niece.
Yeah. This is very Alabama of him.
Yeah,
and he's aware of this too.
Yeah,
he is very aware of this.
And keep in mind, guys, this is probably a plot point that will never ever have like.
Yeah, they do not want to talk about this.
I know you probably don't, because I probably where I'm probably going. Is the fact that Sharon Carter's a bad guy right now.
Yeah, she is
she's the broker or whatever.
The broker, like from the fucking Yeah, it's very nutty the way that they decided to go with this, because like the moment I saw that trailer and Steve picked up the baby, I was like, oh no. Like in my mind, I was like,
I hope that's not Sharon.
God damn it, dude. I know they won't do that because they already acknowledge that Peggy is her aunt.
Yeah. I mean, because like she literally says, oh, my Aunt Peggy.
Yeah, my Aunt Peggy. But yeah, that's very Alabama of him, dude. So I literally think that the whole Captain Rogers going back in time and staying there and doing that shit, I think he wasn't supposed to do that. Right? I get why he would do it, because he was like, well, fuck it, dude. Like Tony can do it. I can do it too. I guess he didn't really think this through. He could have found any other girl, but he really was about Peggy.
Right. What if I just use the time stone?
Yeah. It didn't work with me and Sharon. I can just go back in time, baby.
And on top of that, like, what deal did he have to make to be able to return the time stone and still wind up in that time?
Yeah. There's a lot of things that are
right. Like you kind of have to wonder, like, I'm going to give you this back, but only under the circumstance that you return me to 1945.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to live out the rest of my life, with.
No, I think the idea was that was the first place he went. Like he went back to the first place, which was when Tony and him found it in the original Shield.
Oh, the Tesseract. Yeah. The
Tesseract. I think that's where they went.
You think that's what he's doing? But dude, then how would he have returned all the other ones?
He just stuck it out. He stuck it out from then and there. He just outlived it.
He would have needed to have gone to every single.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, you're like, I get what you mean. I can almost see that. I like from a writer standpoint, that just makes it so complicated to write. Like,
question: how did he put it back in the Tesseract?
Yeah.
because Thanos crushed that bitch and turned it into a gem.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did he put it back in
How do you get to Vormir?
Yeah. How did he put it
How
back
did he
in
even
that
find
chick?
Vormir?
In
You're gonna
Jane
tell me
Foster?
that, like, oh, by the way, I know where Vormir is, bro.
Yeah.
You barely know where West 32nd is. Get the fuck out of here.
How did he put it back into what's her face in Asgard? Into Jane Foster after Rocket took it from her using some like special needle shit that removed it from her. And how did he turn it back into liquid form?
Yeah.
There's a million questions that this kind of like puts into perspective, because everyone just assumed that he put the crystals back, but all of the crystals, well, 3 of them are just like in an awkward situation. One of them first is a fucking spear, and then the other one is in a tesseract.
The space stone, yeah, is in
Yeah,
the
so,
is in
like-
the scepter. The tesseract, well, you know, or the space stone, yeah, that's still in the or was it, no, the mind stone was in the scepter. The space stone was in the tesseract. The power stone is in Jane. The time stone is with the ancient one, and the soul stone was in Vormir.
Boromir. I'm telling you,
God,
it's
I can't,
wild.
I'm so glad that I was about to say, I was like, dude, if I can't remember all these fucking stone names, I'm a fake fan.
fake fan.
Yeah, dude. Poser.
But like, how? Like, if just on the whim, creative input tricks. How would you write that Steve gets to Boromir?
The way that I would have done it from a writing standpoint, right?
Yeah.
This is like, boom, we have director's cut, you know, like this is
Yeah, you're the man.
fucking
You're the man that has
right.
To yeah.
This is the Russos saying like, hey, like we're gonna make an extra 30 minutes of the movie describing the process in which, you know, Cap travels, you know, the universe, returning all these stones, right? Is the case that he holds all the original forms of the stones. So
Okay.
so the space stone is back in the tesseract. The power stone is back in its liquid form. And the
Mhm.
scepter, sorry, the mind stone is there. It could be just be put into a new scepter. The time stone and soul stone can be left in the way that they are. They can have like Vormir is what Vormir is, and then you know they can create a new like eye of Agamotto for, you know, for the
Yeah.
time stone, right? So with that being said, like in the case, I would also make it to where you deliver each one like after another. After you're done, you press a button and it takes you to like where you like you deliver the time
Okay.
stone. You press the button again,
Okay, so the
and
suitcase
then
has
and then like
teleportation powers.
yeah, like you go back into the quantum realm and come back out at Vormir. You press the button again, you go back into the quantum realm, and then
Nice.
like that's how I would do it. Like if I'm
Okay.
gonna write it, that's how I would do it.
Okay, so make the suitcase like a MacGuffin.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, that could work.
Because he's not smart enough to do any of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say like,
right, and he's
This-
not gonna like he's not really gonna have the means to be able to travel to fucking half of these places anyway. So
Yeah.
why not make the suitcase through science deliver him where he's supposed to go?
can you imagine how fast it would be where Nick Fury finds out there's like a second Steve Rogers, like living with Peggy Carter, having a baby? She would have had to have been pregnant for 9 months. And going to Shield every day and being like, "Oh, guys, you know, I'm just gaining some weight or whatever." They're like, "Well,
Who you
how'd you get
dating?
pregnant,
Who
Peggy?"
you
Yeah,
talking to?
yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
What's his name?
Who you got? Yeah, what's up,
Yeah.
girl?
Yeah, what his name? What
Yeah,
his
you don't
name
think an
is?
espionage team is gonna look up that shit real quick? Come on,
Yeah.
come on. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit that kind of like fucking aggravates me, but yeah, this is why I kind of stay away from a lot of the Marvel leaks that are going on right now. Again, there are certain things that I do like. I like the idea that I think I just saw today or the other day that the original actress that was Jean Grey's coming back.
Oh yeah, Yana Funkson, like
Yeah.
I can never pronounce her name.
Yeah. Well, the original actress from the original show, right? The original movies of Fox, the Jean Grey from Fox. And the reason why is because of the fact that I think there's one of the greatest parts in Secret Wars, which is where Cyclops hatches the Phoenix Force, absorbs it in the life raft, and then steps out to fight God Doom with the Phoenix Force and gets his fucking shit pushed in. And that's when you realize, like, oh fuck, like,
dude, and he didn't even really get it like pushed in that bad.
No,
like
he didn't
everyone
get
like makes it
nothing,
seem
bro.
like everyone makes him seem like he was like the biggest bitch made ever, and like it really wasn't even that. It was more of just like, I'm
He
not
steps his
killing
neck.
you, I'm killing the Phoenix, which is going to kill you.
Which is gonna kill you, bud.
Yeah,
Like, it was nasty, dude, because, like, again, he walks out of the fucking he walks out of the life raft, dude. Like, if he's got a fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin theme, right? Like, dun dun dun
no,
dun
dude,
dun dun. We're like,
it's
whoa.
the oh man, that like I don't know wrestling well enough,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
always see this meme in the context of when your boy, you know, like when your boy's coming out of the big stall after doing Colombian marching powder for 10 minutes, and it's like,
Yeah. Boom. Yeah, that was
and he's like
that
walking
was
down.
Cyclops walking fucking out of the life raft.
Yeah, dude, it just
Because he's like, he's all fucking flared up with the Phoenix Force, and everyone was like, even fucking what's his name, Marshall Strange, the Sheriff Strange or whatever, was like, holy fuck, it's Cyclops with the Phoenix Force. And Doom is just like, snap, like breaks his neck, dude, and everyone's like, oh, dude, we gotta fucking bounce, dude. This is wild. And Doctor Strange is like, zoop, like he just zoops them all away. Doom looks at Sheriff Strange, like, hey, why the fuck did you zoop him away? And he's like, look, bro, you know this had to happen, dude.
I'm gonna betray you.
You knew this was gonna happen, bro. Yeah,
I really thought this was gonna happen way sooner.
You know, exactly. Doom's like, fucking Strange, god damn it. Like, it just zoops him, dude. Like, in my mind, I'm like, when they started saying that Cyclops is coming back.
Dude, honestly, to me, I think the funniest part about all of that was like when Valeria was just like, so what happened with Strange?
Yeah, what did you do?
What'd you do?
Yeah, what did you do?
No, it wasn't me. It was the invaders.
Nah, fam.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I look at all the stuff on my computer screen in the back. You know me, uncle or grandpa or whatever the fuck, Doom. You know me.
Really? Because this camera said otherwise.
Yeah, I'm the smartest fucking person here, except for you. Look at the screen. I got the exact time you used your powers, bro, which is the exact time Strange died. What did you do? And he's like, look, Valeria, don't make me do this. I don't want to explain myself. Look,
I love you.
I gotta go to my white hot room.
Yeah.
Talk to my friend Owen. Like, dude, there's so many things that my brain is like, okay, we're getting this. And then
he also gives her like one of the greatest lines, and it's more of like, you know what happened, don't make me say it.
Yeah,
you know, he
knows he has to punish her. He knows he has to be the god after that.
Yeah, because he's just like, you know what, like people, like what I do to people who question me.
Yeah,
he was like, and you know what I do when I have to answer such things.
Yeah,
so don't make me have to answer this.
He has a limit.
She was just like, okay.
No, she's like, bet. All right.
I know what you did.
I know what you did last summer, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, and then we had the announcement a couple of months ago about King Thanos. And I was like, oh man, dude,
I don't believe it. I honest to God refuse to believe that.
Bro, why would you refuse to believe it?
Because he plays zero fucking, like, he has zero credence in that story.
What? What do you mean? He's like
King Thanos doesn't have anything to do with Secret Wars.
Well, not King Thanos, but Thanos himself from the 616 does.
Yeah, but I mean, like, everyone's just like King Thanos, and I'm like, yeah, King Thanos has like nothing to do with like any of this.
Do you remember this poster?
Yeah, I do.
This is it, bro. This was
That's
the introduction. No, this most definitely is not. But this is what Secret Wars will lead up to have a King Thanos as the main bad guy again. And King Thanos, they're gonna do it to be like that he was like the ultimate. And they even said it a couple of days ago or weeks ago that we're getting a cabal or something like that, didn't they? In one of the leaks.
I'm
Did
not
you
paying attention to these. I'm not paying attention to these leaks. Like I've seen a few of them that like the only ones that I actually gave like actual credence to was I saw the leak with Cap. I saw the leak with the
for
Wakandans,
the
right?
Wakandans? Yeah,
And I thought that was cool. I
it was alright.
love
Yeah, it was pretty
I
dope.
love the Wakanda one, and
Yeah.
only because like if you really go frame by frame, you can see Namor and Wakanda have teamed up.
Yes, yes. But is that what? So what was the thing about the desert? Is that like you think that's a part of Wakanda?
The desert?
Yeah, because there's like a
No.
scene. There's a scene in that video, right? Where
I
like
mean, it could be. You know, heck, I mean, we haven't seen all of Wakanda. I'm sure there. I mean, there has to be a desert in. I know there's more
oh,
than
I
one
mean, it's
desert in
fucking
Africa.
yeah, in
So
Wakanda or Africa, right? Yeah,
you
that
know,
makes a lot
so
of
like I'm
goddamn
sure
sense.
there's a desert in Wakanda.
I mean, he
you
gets
know.
his ass kicked in a desert for once.
Yeah, and it'd be so funny. But like it mostly has to deal with this, you know, with the Fantastic Four meeting, you know, the Wakandans.
Which I think is a smart move. Having them meet the smartest person on the planet, Shuri.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's like the smartest thing to do. Those are the guys that'll build the life raft because if I'm not mistaken, it was Reed and T'Challa who planned the life raft in the first place.
It was
During
it was
Cameron's
Reed, T'Challa, Beast, and someone else. And they had the plans and the Hulk. They had the plans for the life raft and more so who should go in it.
yeah. Yeah.
But
So
even
that's
then, dude, and yet, like, this is why I fucking love Time Runs Out and Jonathan Hickman's writing. Is I love when Black Panther went to the American government and was just like, "I'm going to tell you all this right now, and it's bad. You all
It's
are going to
bad.
hate it, and sorry about this, but everyone's going to die.
Yep.
You're actually going to die in like a month. So you should really get your affairs in order. There's a life raft. We've already chosen who's going to be on it, and it's none of you." And they're like, "What do you mean? We'll give you anything that you want. Blah blah blah. You know, like let the people die. You know, I have to get on the raft." And he was just like, "And that's why you were
That's
not
why.
going."
Yeah, it's fucking. There's. I really hope that they go with a lot of the stuff from the Time Runs Out stuff.
I would love for
Yeah.
it to, but I posted this on our chat. I think they're going to slate Avengers versus X-Men as Secret
smart move.
Wars. And like Avengers versus X-Men is essentially going to be Secret Wars and or Doomsday. And Doomsday is going to be Time Runs Out.
I think. Well, I mean, yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, the thing is like after the Captain Marvel movie, there is a lot of like weird animosity between the Monica Rambeau's character and her mom's character, where like they're very aggressive towards each other, right? Your microphone.
Oh, come
Oh, there you
on,
are.
Ram. But no, I was saying it very quietly.
Yeah, I was like, stop, bro. I mean, we have to. You have to give it
Monica
respect
Rambeau.
because it is a part of this movies.
I don't have to give respect to shit.
I don't give no fucks.
Yeah, dude.
Well, she is in the X-Men universe right now, and there was a lot of weird like aggressiveness towards her, right? Where they were like, "We don't give a fuck where you're from or whatever. I'm gonna give you these hands, bitch." Right? Like they were pretty thorough. I ain't got no daughter, you stupid bitch, or whatever. I was like, "Fuck, these guys are mean." Wow, who shit in their Kool-Aid this morning?
Right, dude, man. Fuck, man. Who pissed in your apple juice?
So maybe like, okay, let me shoot this in the dark. But what if like the Avengers versus X-Men comes from like the Captain Marvel film side? Because I don't know what she's gonna do.
I mean, the shitty part is that I can kind of see that happening.
If they mix like Civil War 2 and the AVX.
No, I genuinely think that Doomsday is going to be in its essence, and I say that, and guys,
Very minimal, yeah.
please listen to the words that I say. In essence, it will be Time Runs Out. That is how they're going to frame the movie.
Yeah, a lot of consolidation and
if
stuff.
you want to make the comic book goers happy, that's how you do it. You give Doomsday slated as time runs out, which is essentially kind of what we're getting, right? You're gonna have Cap, you're gonna have the Wakandans, you're gonna have Fantastic Four, you're gonna have the Fox, the Fox verse, and then on top of that, you're gonna have the Avengers, new Avengers, and like we're probably gonna get some secret Avengers in there too, and Young Avengers.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're really, really kind of touching on time runs out territory, which means Secret Wars will obviously be Secret Wars, but because we're getting so many Fox X-Men assets, this is why I say Secret Wars, in its essence, even though it's being called Secret Wars, is going to be a blend of Avengers versus X-Men and Secret Wars.
I mean, it makes sense because of the fact that like when you remember Time Runs Out and you remember the incursions and all of this stuff, like the incursions were consolidations into series and stuff in the comic books that were making money and some that weren't. So some of the stuff that wasn't making money, it was just the other world was winning, the one that was making the most money. So like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like the 616 versus the Ultimate Universe. And then they consolidated, right? They were like, well, Miles Morales is good. The Jane Foster story's cool. The Nick Fury being Samuel Jackson is pretty dope. Let's keep that stuff as we go into the new Secret Wars and all new, all different. Like, let's keep that and let's throw away everything else. Ultimate Universe, like, let's get rid of it. Keep the 616 as is and blend them in. But then there was an incursion or a Time Runs Out that was like specifically Tony Stark versus Captain America in Civil War continued past the idea that they didn't get over it. And it was like them fighting to the ending.
I know what you mean. And it's a yes and no, right? It's not so much the continuation of the fact of what happened in Civil War.
Yeah,
it's more of you haven't learned from this. Why? Like, you're still doing the same shit.
Yeah.
And this is where Tony's like, and you're still such an altruistic piece of shit.
Yeah,
because
so capping him just fight to the end.
Yeah, and so he was just like, admit it. And like, I want to hear it right now that you knew that this was going to happen. He's like, yeah, I did. And guess what? You all had hope because of it. And guess what? I'd do it again.
Yeah,
and so that's where, and right after that happened, boom, a helicarrier literally flies right into the two of them and they die.
And in this part, like, we don't have a lot of these unless there's like stories
kind
that
of
didn't
get a little bit like that.
Yeah.
I know which game you're talking about. I happen to love that game, by the way. It's probably my favorite Marvel Alliance game. But yeah, because I believe 2 was Civil War, if I remember correctly. But what I mean, for the movie, because of just the way that the MCU handles comics with their MCU projects, you kind of have, like, you can't just take them with a grain of salt anymore. You have to do it with a lime and a shot of tequila. Yeah. Like, it's that
it's gotta be a story.
Yeah, it has to be a cinematic story.
Yeah.
Right. And so because of that, and like, I think me and Chris have finally learned that over the many years that we've now been doing this, dude. How long? We started in 19, right?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, 7 years, bro.
Yes, sir.
I got onto the show in January of 19. I've been doing this 7 years with you, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But
we worked our asses off.
Right, man. Yeah. Long nights, brother. Long nights. Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah. Guys, 7 years, me and Chris have been doing this together for, the Average Boys podcast. What a wonderful ride it's been. But like I was saying, you look at the MCU and see what comic book they're doing. Go ahead, read the comic book. You should. They're fantastic stories, but understand they are not going to be true to that comic book.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
And on some spectrum, I'd have to say that this is probably like where like me and Chris may vary. Is that I believe it's because they not like the comic books are not always cinematically like worthy, like not going to say worthy, but like applicable. Uh,
The translation doesn't work.
yeah, Chris kind of feels that they are a little bit more than I do. You know,
Somewhat, yeah. No, because
yeah.
I understand, because it's like I think that's my biggest argument, is that the Marvel MCU landscape as comic books, it's ridiculous. Like, there's no way normal people survive, or even like just live.
Yeah.
They commit suicide. The suicide rate would be off the chain. If you had 1
Dude,
week,
those insurance companies
Thanos-
would go bankrupt.
yeah, 100%. If you had 1 week, and I tell people, if you had 1 week where it was like Namor comes in and then he gets fondled or stopped, then Loki comes in and gets stopped, and then the Chitauri come in and then they get stopped, and then Thanos comes in and he wipes out half of the universe, and then the Avengers, this group of ragtag people in 8 years, like bring everybody back that you hadn't seen in 6 years.
Dude,
They all
not
come
just
back
that,
to
but
life.
you know what? Check this out. To give you a timeline perspective on two huge events
Yeah,
that
dude.
happen concurrently, or not concurrently, simultaneously.
Yeah,
Time runs out. The incursions are happening at the exact same time that original sin happens.
yeah,
And at the same time that Jane Foster Thor happens
Yep.
with War Thor.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
three huge things that happen all on Earth simultaneously.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, dude. Like,
Dude,
there's no way the normal human
would go
survives.
crazy.
There's no way the normal human survives without like mass suicides and all this other stuff. And there's no way you can, like, because that's been my biggest thing about all of this like live action comic book nonsense, is like, one moment you have the Celestials, right? These giant fucking characters, like planet size, grabbing random fucking people from a park while you're just walking and hanging out in New York, just sucking them into space, dude. And then like the next couple of weeks, Thanos comes in and obliterates like half of the universe. You don't even know what's going on. You're just chilling out, and then everybody just starts fucking turning into dust because you're not a part of the story. You're an NPC that just lives in like McAllen, Texas, and you're not even in New York, and people just start bleep bleep bleep, like you're just like, the fuck is happening? And then you never see those people, and then 6 years later, you fucking run into your cousin who is like 5 years older, is now 5 years younger than you, and you're just like, you got to continue living life. And then the week after, a random Superman guy starts bleeping everybody out of New York. Like, you're just gonna kill yourself. You're just gonna fucking kill yourself because there's like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, you're like, this is too much. This is too much. And that again is the discernment of the fucking Marvel.
Annabelle, to answer your question, the stories that myself and Chris are referring to is going to be Jonathan Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers. This happened in 2013 to 2015. And it also ties into Secret Wars 2015, also written by Jonathan Hickman. If you want, you can Google search Jonathan Hickman Avengers and New Avengers to find out exactly which issues myself and Chris are referring to. I couldn't tell you the exact issues right off the top of my head, but they are Avengers and New Avengers. I want to say it's volume 1 or something like that by Jonathan Hickman.
Yeah, if you get into like the all new Avengers comic books, I think that's
it leads into all new Avengers.
Yeah, I think that starts off really, really well. Like right before
it's right after Secret Wars.
Runs out. Right before time runs out. That's a really good place. Anything after Pleasantville is good. The Pleasantville story arc kind of sucks.
And honestly, like even if you wanted to, with Captain Hydra and all of that, just solid, dude, solid like tits. I mean, leading into War of the Realms or King in Black and stuff like that. So just have fun with it, but I would really, really recommend Avengers and New Avengers, all their tie-ins, which is basically time runs out and then leads into Secret Wars of 2015.
Yeah, that's where you're going to get a lot of like the newer stuff that's going to be close to what's going to be in the movies.
Pretty much everything that's kind of happening right now is like somewhat going to be highlighted in a very, very small way in those comic books.
Roughly, yeah.
But the new Doom movie going to be referring to? Yes.
Yeah, very.
Yes, this is essential. This is kind of like what we're theorizing, right? I believe that the new Doom movie is going to be highlighting time runs out. This is what I think would make the most sense cinematically and would kind of appease all of the comic book readers, because the way that they're framing the movie is that these incursions are going to start happening, which is like one of the biggest central plot points to Time Runs Out, other than the Ivory Kings, the Kings in Black,
Yeah, I was just about to say that too. That comic book
Rabuma
line with them.
Lal, the Black Priests and stuff like that, all the builders and everything like that. They don't have those assets yet, in the MCU. They may, be introduced later on, who knows? But the way that they're framing all these movies is these are going to be incursion points that could possibly be happening. And that's what I'm seeing as Doomsday is coming up. Because Age of Ultron had nothing to do with the Age of Ultron story. Nothing.
Yeah. No,
it was also like the worst, the worst Avengers movie, and it was like a Joss Whedon project, and this is why Joss, no one works with Joss anymore.
Yeah, again, even on the stuff that Triggs is saying too, I do believe
Heck yeah.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you very much, man. I do believe that there is a part that's going to be following the Doom comic book during that time also, which was Doom, Owen Reese, and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, the whole Rabuma Lal story,
yeah. In the background behind what was going on in Time Runs Out. So that's the thing is there's a lot of in-between comics that you're going to catch, but you're going to understand the story. Just getting into Secret Wars alone and Time Runs Out is probably the best part of the story. Yeah, Time Runs Out is a really great story.
It is probably one of the best works of fiction that I think I've ever read.
And literally, Time Runs Out is the consolidation of the multiverse of the Marvel Universe as a company during that time, and Marvel as a company bringing them all together into Battleworld, which is Secret Wars. So it's a good explanation. I think that's probably Triggs is probably right on the button with this. There are a bunch of other little stories, but I think the meat and potatoes is going to be based on loosely Time Runs Out into the Secret Wars and into the Doctor Doom comic book around that time. I just don't know the name of the comic book off the top of my head, but I know that he has his own arc and his own comic book where him, Doctor Strange, and Owen Reese are going around doing their own thing, which is the Rabuma Law storyline that Triggs was talking about.
So it's not an end. It's actually it happens simultaneously. This is yet again what I mean, craziness that happens during the same time as huge storylines, and yeah, that being one of them, right? So, and this is, I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's gonna be very, very hard to follow the time travel-y bits of even that story. And I say this, and so to kind of TLDR, it is Doctor Strange does some things to be able to find and eliminate Rabuma Lal. And by the time he finally reaches Rabuma Lal, he ends up finding out that it is Doctor Doom, right? Well, Doctor Doom tells him this is how all of this happened, and shows him the fruition of everything that's happening, and shows him everything that had happened. So Owen Reese had gone to Doctor Doom and showed Doctor Doom what happens if he kills a molecule man in another universe. That universe dies, right? It blows up. Because of that, he inadvertently starts the first incursion by accidentally killing an Owen Reese. Then that Owen Reese's essence and powers get transferred into that other Owen Reese. So he keeps, and so it becomes a domino effect. And so essentially Rabuma Lal is trying to get in front of that to stop it. There's a lot more that happens, in there. I'm leaving a whole lot out, but that's essentially what happens. By the time Doctor Strange gets to that particular point in time, the end part of their plan is going to happen, but it happens in a way that they didn't expect. And so when it does happen, this is how Secret Wars starts.
My own worst enemy. That's It's a great story. Yeah, it's a great story. Yo, let me
Yeah.
let me get your fucking let me get your point of view on this before we
Go for
start hitting Wonder Man. Why?
Honestly, man, I haven't seen the trailers, dude, and not because I don't want to or anything like that. The guy that they have for um
Mhm.
for Wonder Man,
Mhm.
I mean, dude, I mean, that guy's a fucking specimen, dude. He's a beast. He
Mhm.
played Black Manta in Aquaman.
Aquaman.
You know, so I mean, I know the guy can act. You know, the guy's. I know he's done some stuff. It's fucking awesome. You know, heck yeah, dude. Uh, I know I should watch it. I saw the first like teaser and stuff like that. It looked cool. I know that they're also going to be introducing his brother as well, who's also like
Grim
kind of
Reaper.
a big name in the Marvel universe as well. Um, heck, man, I don't know, dude. But did you also hear that that they may have actually sorry, Variety actually reported that T'Challa has been recast.
Yeah, yeah, I heard about that. I'm excited for it. I think we've talked about this a million times, so like, it's about time. Just gonna see how they introduce him. That's gonna be the next point.
I wonder if it's going to be the T'Challa as we know him or his son,
It's probably gonna be the son.
right?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Because remember, you know, like, you know, what's your name? You know, Prince T'Challa after my father,
Mhm.
King T'Challa. And I was like, oh, okay. So maybe that was like the plan all along was like introduce the son later. You know, who knows?
Yep. Did you see who? I don't know if you even checked this out or whatever, but did you hear who they were gonna bring out in Wonder Man or no? Like as a villain. Let me see if I can bring it up.
I
Wonder
think I
Man
remember.
villain.
Like I mean, like I know I've heard it, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's that fucking that villain guy, the fucking super strong one that turns into like a god.
Oh, please be more specific.
I fucking forgot the top. Hold on, let me get it. Kovac, Korvik.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I heard that.
Marvel Kovac. That guy.
Uh,
Kovac,
supposedly it's also supposed to be Grim Reaper, which is, you know,
the
the
brother. Yeah, yeah.
brother.
Yo, but Kovac, this fucking dude is. This is who is gonna play Kovac. But Kovac in the comics is a fucking animal, dude.
Yeah, dude, that guy
And
is
he's not even like a villain. He's like an anti-villain, anti-hero dude that's just like, well, I just want power. Like that's it. And then becomes like a god. Literally becomes a god of the cosmic universe. Like I couldn't believe they were talking about bringing Kovac in. Like that's bonkers to me, bro. Korvac is
They even think that Baron Zemo actually might play like my cameo in it.
hey, I'm for him. I love that guy. I love the
Yeah,
dude
dude.
that plays Baron Zemo. I'm
Dude,
about it.
and then the Mandarin as well, Trevor Slattery,
But
Ben
he's
Kingsley.
coming out as a dude that's like his mentor because he's an actor, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not playing the Mandarin, like not the villain. He's playing as like there's even like a part where he comes into like he comes in to audition for the role of Wonder Man. And
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
they're like, why does this guy look so familiar? And the girl leans over and says, I think he was a terrorist once or whatever. I was like, this is so dumb. But yeah, Korvac is coming, dude. And I just don't want him to get the Gore the God Butcher uh vibes, you know what I mean? Like Korvac is such a crazy villain in the comic books that I hope that they do him astronomically out of this world, which would be really dope. So,
Find
but who
out.
knows?
Dude.
But who the fuck knows? Triggs, we'll drive it there. I think that's good enough to talk about all this crazy shit. What do you got going on, man? What's pushing the Triggs these years?
I mean, nothing crazy, dude. You know, like I said, this upcoming Tuesday, I'm going to be starting school. It's the start of the semester.
Congrats.
So I'll be doing that. And then on Friday, the 23rd, will be my 5-year wedding anniversary. So I will be, you know, with my wife, enjoying my enjoying my 5 years of being married. Don't do it; it sucks. JK, I love my wife.
It's funny.
But at the same time, this weekend, nothing crazy either. We're gonna be doing another show. I've got another podcast I will also be recording probably tomorrow. And
Nice.
yeah, man.
Are you doing pre-recorded or what?
Yeah, we do pre-recorded.
Nice. Very, very dope. Very dope. Very dope. Excellent, man. What's the name of the podcast?
Two Broke Weebs.
Two Drunk Weebs?
Two Broke Weebs.
Two Broke Weebs. Excellent. All right, guys, make sure you go check them out. Two Broke Weebs. Yeah. Hit him up. Make sure you add Triggs on Facebook so that way he can see some links and get him going and stuff. Triggs, thank you, bro, for being on the show. Mi Vile says, LOL, no wonder you could start a podcast years ago, pre-marriage. That's funny.
I was actually dating my now wife then.
Yeah.
So
That's fucking crazy. Time flies, brother. Time flies.
yeah.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being able to jump on the show with us tonight.
Of
Everybody
course,
that's
bro, of
out
course.
there in the comment world, we appreciate you. Everybody from the Answers, thank you guys. We know you're more of a sports page, but we appreciate you, nerds. Thank you guys for always hanging out with us on Sunday. Derp, I texted him just to make sure he was all right. He said he was falling asleep because he's an old man or whatever. So yeah, but he's like, again, he's at a different time than us, and he's a good
I don't
kid.
know, man. I
He
keep
falls asleep.
bartending hours, so
He's
I'm
a good
always
kid. He fucking
I'm
falls
always up,
asleep at like,
middle of the night. Even pushing 40. I'm
he's
still like
fucking.
I
Derpy's
look
a-
at these young bucks nowadays, and I'm
Derpy's a
like, back
goody
in my
goody,
day.
bro. Derpy's a goody goody. He fucking goes to sleep at like 10. He's a good kid.
Man, must be nice.
Must be nice, man. But we appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much from the Answers. We hope you guys are enjoying your games and stuff. Hope to see you guys next week. I wanted to see what's up on the UFC fights for next week. So Patty the Batty versus Justin Gagey. It's gonna be a fucking great matchup. So you guys make sure you watch it. And yeah, guys, we know there's a lot of rumors and stuff about the comics and the movies and stuff like that are coming out. Be very wary. You don't have to give a lot of attention. The cool thing is I think Marvel did a really cool, like, I guess, advertisement with the live feed of the clock. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the countdown.
Yeah,
It's so
I really
cool.
have to. I haven't written everything down, and I kind of want to. I'm probably gonna hit Reddit just to like theory craft a little bit.
Mhm.
But let me say this, guys, and I always say this when I preface my theories and stuff like that. I always work within the bounds of the assets that are presented and the logical direction that they could be going. I do not. However, do not ever try not to base my theory crafting on the way that the comics are written, because to do that is to kind of set yourself up for failure and create a false narrative for yourself, and you're just going to get mad. So don't do it. And just remember that these are movies. Go enjoy them. Give Marvel your money.
Mhm.
Or don't.
Yeah.
But just enjoy them. Enjoy the movies for what they are, and don't be mad. Just don't be mad.
Yeah, do what I do. Keep your expectations super low. That way everything just seems great.
And it's okay, guys. It really is. Like I promise you, getting something like this wrong is not going to. It should not upset you. And ultimately, you just have fun with it. That's what you should be doing anyway. These movies are meant to be fun. They're meant to be entertaining, and they're meant for some nostalgia factor as well.
Yeah.
Me and Chris have been doing this. Have been reading comics for like 25 years. So like we're pretty knowledgeable on what we're talking about. We try not to talk out of our ass too much,
Yeah.
and but this is what we do. This is what we like doing, and we love coming here every week and chatting with you fine folks, and let us know that for a little bit we can be a little extraordinary.
Yeah, straight up. To all of you guys, thank you guys so much for always coming in and supporting us, and we hope you guys are enjoyed our times together. So we'll see you guys again here next Sunday, the Average Boys Podcast. Shout out to Derp, shout out to the Answers. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this, and we'll see you guys again here next week. Laters.